Premier Boyz, yeah. Yo, me and my team is the best in the world. You and your team looking stressed in the world. Said me and my team is the best in the world. Then you and your team looking stressed in the world. Yo, me and my team getting arrested by curves, and you and your team getting arrested by the curb. Me my nigga, oh, he ain't do shit except the robbery, nigga. He gon' do 6. Come through, bitch styled up with new kicks, penny flow ho, and I come with 2 chicks. Cause me and my team is the best in the world. Me and my team is the best in the world. Said me and my team is the best in the world. Best in the world, best in the world. Got a star on the sky, gentleman on the cup. And I know my team burns, we got sand in the cut. Ow. Premier Boyz.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Premier Boy Podcast. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman.
What's going on? It's your man Aaron Sands. We are back at it with another. You know what it is. This is Wednesdays. It's the #1 podcast in the world right now, and that's Premier Boyz Podcast. Welcome.
And it's your boy, the star Roddy Rod. Welcome back to another Premier Boyz. It's good.
We should be saying welcome back to you.
Yeah, you wasn't here last week. What the hell? What was that? Get into the resort world.
I know. I'm here now, though, bro. I'm here.
Long be the game, but long
little chief.
You finally got the soundboard working out.
They call me Malimal. We are here. We are back. My boy Roddy back from the resort. Shout out to Roddy. And we about to give y'all another episode of that Premier Boyz Podcast. Talk to us.
There you go. And yo, how everybody doing? Start with that. How everybody doing?
I'm out here doing well, trying to keep cool in this hot ass weather. Enjoy that 4th of July weekend situation. Back at it, back to work. You know, before you know it, it's about to be sand season. So, you know, gotta get ready for that more heat. You know, it's getting warmer, so them clothes is coming off. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be lit. You know, got big plans coming up, so I'm real excited about it.
All right, what about you, Roddy?
Life is all right, yo. I mean, I had a situation at the casino, but I'm hoping to get that cleared up this week. Fast as anyone pay me out, but it's going to get handled.
They found out that you get into the bag.
The bag.
We gonna let you get. We gonna give you a steak dinner instead. We gonna give you your bread back. You get a steak dinner.
They still violating you?
I'm just waiting for the manager to get back to me, my boy.
Nah, we gotta run down because they booked now. It's 800 hours. We running down.
Long live the chief. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great, phenomenal. In the second week of this being a dad thing, we coming up on the bag. Like that's been the main focus for everything that we doing right now. So we getting it right now. Letting you know, man, we getting it right now. 2023, this is that year right there.
There you go. And you know, I'm doing all right. You know, Mr. Gentleman like the podcast season 6 just ended. You know, planning for season 7, which we released on September 3rd.
awesome.
And also, I just got a new article on Cabin Rebel, you know, the other day. So that was a big thing, you know. Yeah, just staying focused, yo. You know. And yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Shout out LA Knight. Even though you didn't run, but he do kill it though.
He said I heard the best is yet to come from him though. They said don't rush it.
That's a fact, yo.
You know what?
Let them prove that
Triple H.
these chairs are permanent before they Zack Ryder his shit.
You know, Triple H was saying that's to calm y'all down from sitting there turning the channel to AEW.
Trust me, nobody turns to AEW. No offense to AEW, but
I don't know. If we talk about them, we got to talk about homie getting dumped on his head. You seen that?
Wait,
you
who
about?
got them in there?
It was Kenny Omega. It was in the Omega versus Osprey match.
Oh,
Homie did the
yeah.
Tiger Driver 91, which is literally just picking nigga up and throwing him on the top of his head.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. That was probably the best match AEW ever put on.
yeah, that is. But
If it's not, it's damn near top 5.
No, it is not the best match AEW. It's one of the most dangerous matches. It's the best match Kenny Omega had there, but it's the most dangerous match. One of the best matches happened later that night.
Yeah, but yo, we're not gonna stay long on wrestling today. You know, Roddy's here.
Roddy back. You don't want to hear that shit.
Roddy back. You want to hear that? You know, but it was good wrestling last week. So shout out to Forbidden Door and Money in the Bank. But Sans, anybody got packed up this week?
All right, y'all. So this Pack It Up is brought to you by you, the fans, the listeners. And I had, once again, being an experimental guy that I am, I decided to put it up to a vote. There's a lot that happened this week. It wasn't a clear cut, pack it up. And honestly, I was going to do a second poll, but I'm like, nah, you drag. So it was out between either Jeremy Brown, Johnathan Baker's ex-girlfriend, which we'll get into later, and Cardi B. And to be honest, I didn't think she was going to get this many votes. Boy, was I wrong. Fuck you, kid. You were the first one to vote for her.
Definitely, I know it.
He saw that poll, right, and could not wait. Couldn't wait. Just made sure he was out there on the polls like Obama was running. Like,
yo, hold on. In the words of Sleepy Brown, I can't wait. like
his page did it. The Gentleman Lifestyle podcast page did it. Like it was adamant. And a lot of other ladies wanted me to pack her up too. So yes, Cardi, this one is for you. Right? Now, to be fair, fan of the music, you know what I'm saying? Like, fan of what she's doing, you know. A lot of people in our community will call her queen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she got to get packed up too. So let's start with pack it up. Before I get into why we're packing her up, we're going to give it some context. So story time with Aaron Sands.
Oh, story time with Aaron Sands.
All right, so I had to be about maybe like 18, 19, right? And I was long before Dot Sands, long before the man you see, the loyal, faithful husband you see now, right? A young kid out here, you know, experiencing love for like the first or second time, right? And I was dealing with this lady, and for personal purposes, I will not mention her name on this pod. I'll mention
the name.
I will mention that.
we know the name already, but yeah.
Right?
I don't. Give me a hint.
So all I'm going to say, I will mention her middle name, and it is Sarah. So,
nigga, I don't know. The Undertaker's ex-wife? What are we talking about?
Her middle name is Sarah, nigga. Come on. But anyway.
I don't know nobody's middle name.
I don't know Sarah. I don't know Sarah, but continue, sir.
Shout out to Sarah.
Right? We was on and off. You know, I ended up leaving my first for this one, and you know what I'm saying? Like, things is getting a little hot and happy. You know what I'm saying? And me, I really love this girl. You know, I'm happy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And out of the blue, she breaks up with me. Breaks with me, hard body. Believe me, I was like sad. I was bawling. It was a hard cry. Your man is really going out like a bitch, right?
Damn. Stop crying like a bitch. Remember that, Ken?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, that was the advice, because I was really out here all sad and big, right? And she said something that still sticks with me to this day. She said, and I quote this, "You know what? I don't need this. I could find someone else better than you."
Ooh.
End quote.
Dang.
Right? Well, okay.
Dang.
Right?
Get Louise.
And I took that with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, listen, the next girl I get with is going to be better than that. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of went back to it. And then somewhere along the lines, I got the Dot Sands, went through that phase. Every girl's a little better than the last. And then I get to this point now where I met the best woman I can really, that I can see myself with for a long period of time, which is my wife. You feel me? And I think about that, and all of those experiences stemmed from that single experience. That person thought that they could do better than me, right? And now I'm in a good space, great job, beautiful wife, a number one podcast. I'm sorry, 2 number one podcasts, all 3 specifically talk out right now. Out here getting to the bag in a way that was, and I'm really in a good positive mental space. You know what I'm saying? No, not her, Roddy. You think so? That's a little bit after. Meanwhile,
I think we done left that alone for a while.
I left that alone for a minute.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, as for the other girl, nothing. She just happened to have like 4, 5 kids, about 3, 4 different baby fathers.
Damn.
It'd be cold. It'd be cold in the house. Ain't no heat on for the kids. But you worrying about getting D. You know what I'm saying? You worrying about your next D appointment.
Hold on. Look. What would you do when your son's at home crying all
night? Because you little. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So, it turns out that she couldn't do better than young Aaron Sands, and I revel in that situation every single chance that I get. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could lick the tears. I say that to say this. You're probably wondering, what does this got to do? Well, I'm glad you asked. So apparently on Twitter, it got leaked that Offset was once again smanging around with yet another IP model, right? Videos of her all in the crib and all that. Scandalous, but it's Offset. What do we expect, right? So Cardi B goes to Twitter Spaces, which is the worst place to go to when you're trying to air out, you know what I'm saying? Trying to air out somebody, because all you're going to be surrounded with are your like-minded people or people that are just thinking just like you. You're not going to get no pushback to do the right thing to do, actually do the right shit. Now, keep in mind, at this point, Cardi B is a wife with a couple kids, right?
Right.
So now she's on Spaces talking about, people want me to divorce him, but here's what's going to happen if I divorce him. I'm going to come out with an album. Stop right there. We've been waiting for an album for like about 4 years. Is it going to change? Is it really going to take you to the point where Offset cheats on you for like the 10th time for you to be like, fuck it, I'm just going to come out with an album?
Specifically, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real? And then she's saying that the album's going to be a bunch. It's going to be like 10 songs. All the songs on there's going to be just like Be Careful, which is what we don't want.
We can't.
You know what I'm saying? Because apparently he wasn't being careful with yourself when Offset was cheating on you for like the 4th or 5th time. But okay, whatever. Then she's talking about how people are going to wonder who she's going to be with. She's going to be with another rich dude, which set me off because she sounded just like the girls that be on these podcasts that you see on YouTube. Talking about, I'm going to get me a rich dude. I'm going to get, he going to be lit. I'm like, Cardi, granted, first of all, you get to the bag. Cardi probably worth like about 200 mil, give or take, right? Through endorsements, shows, shit like that, right? Molly, let me ask you a question. What are the chances that a lady that's making 200 mil, got a couple kids, you know what I'm saying, in the industry, like heavily, what's the probability of like a rich dude willing to take a chance on that?
Of another rich woman with no
basically another Cardi B.
Niggas think
like
a rich nigga will take a chance on Cardi B. Not a wealthy man, but a rich nigga.
Okay, a richer dude than Offset, because that's what she's talking about. She's talking about upgrade.
Yeah. Is richer than us. We're not like he made a lot of money, yeah, but there's niggas with more money that would give Cardi B a shot, even if they just wanted to keep her around because they thought she was pretty with the intention of letting her go when they don't think she's pretty though. She can get it.
And that's what I'm talking about. See, I feel like where she fucked up with the game is, and we're actually getting packed up because she's overvaluing which is not a problem if you're gonna do that shit on your own time. But then you got your followers that's gonna do the exact same shit. You understand? You got the average person from Highbridge listening to these spaces talking about, well, shit, if Cardi could upgrade, so could I. And therein lies the rub. Because if you do shit like that, you start to feed into the delusion of some of these ladies. You feel me? And that's the problem. Cardi, I need you to stop continuing with this delusional path and you're going to be better. I'm sorry. Now, the chief might tell you you will, but Aaron Sand's telling you you're not. Because here's the thing. You ain't going to be able to keep up with a rich dude because here it is. He going to want to tell. You're not going to like people telling when you know what I'm saying, you're trying to get clapped up. You know what I'm saying? A rich dude going to tell and a regular dude definitely going to tell because he going to want to come up. The only way you going to really kind of finesse this if you deal with another married person. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's what the streets is out there.
The streets is out there, but when you already got a couple kids, do you really want to be playing in the streets?
See,
and more
you're right.
More noteworthy than that, do you really want to encourage your listeners, who as gullible as they may seem, do you really want to encourage them to sit there and play in these streets as well? You know what I'm saying?
So that is yes, because the more they encourage to play in the streets, the more they're gonna listen to this music, Sam.
And that's why she getting packed the fuck up. Because after a certain point, you already see it with this too. If you don't believe it with this, there once was I see the listeners' disbelief, and I will raise you the story of Amber Rose, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Amber Rose first got on, who was she dealing with? Kanye.
Was that it was, yeah. I was Wiz Khalifa. I forgot about that. He was grabbing her ass on that night where he violated on Taylor Swift.
That was her graduation. Right. And she called Peak Yay. They break up. Kanye comes out with 808s and heartbreaks, makes $1 billion. Amber Rose moves on to Wiz. They have a couple kids, they get married. Clap, bravo, great. They split up. She then moves on to 21 Savage. 21 Savage is all right, right? He's a pretty decent rapper, but he's not up there with no Wiz. He's damn sure not up there with no Ye, right?
Definitely compete with Wiz. I ain't gonna let you do that. Wiz is a niche rapper. 21 Savage is a niche rapper who gets on tracks with J. Cole. Like,
He gets on tracks with J. Cole, but let's be real. Are you really listening to a 21 Savage album with just him?
No, not
in the year of our Lord 2023. First of all, 21 Savage has surprised me by not being as bad as he was off that freshman freestyle. That freestyle was terrible. In the years since then, like he can stand not toe to toe, but he can stand up on a song with J. Cole and not look like an absolute lightweight. He's pretty good.
That's the only song I like from Swing What's Up. It's a song with J. Cole. So.
Yeah, that's really it.
Like Bank Account.
I like Bank Account.
You don't like Rich Flex.
But get back to it. Then they break up, right? She then deals with Alexander Edwards. Can anybody in the chat tell me who Alexander Edwards is?
No, not even going to
Got it. He ends up cheating and then leaves to go out with 71-year-old Cher, right? There you go. After this, she then goes on a date, Rondell Johnson, before he gets married. And you already know, he got less money than all the niggas I just named. So there's that, right?
Wait. Hold on. That last name sounded too familiar for it to be.
My point is, right? The chances of someone like a Cardi B trying to upgrade after an Offset is slim to damn near none. I don't care how what her WAP is, bro. Everybody got, all these ladies got a pussy, and everybody swear they got the best one. But for you to sit there, and Kurt trying to encourage that shit to the masses, knowing good and damn well you'll get back with that nigga anyway, is the reason why I gotta pack her the full fuck up. Love your music though, but these decisions, dead trash. Roddy, go.
well, I never thought I'd see the day saying do a packet of a Cardi B.
Wow, bro.
Shit.
And by the way, I don't love you, Nizik. Go, Roddy, go.
Yeah, so this week, what I don't like is putting my 2 weeks in at work, yo. Because these motherfuckers, they're gonna fire you and they're not gonna give you a 2 weeks warning. So why the hell should we be on our best behavior and give you a 2 weeks warning? When we're ready to leave, we should just get up and tell y'all ass peace out. No?
Oh,
Don't even care if we need
fully
you
with that.
as a reference. Don't even care because we're gonna move on. We're gonna do better. We're gonna make more paper. I'll take a coworker's freaking reference before I take my manager, my ex-manager, or my ex-boss.
Roddy. Being too loud, you telling niggas the game.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just passionate about certain shit. No, I'm just passionate about that.
Be passionate, but don't
Yeah,
be.
but don't
telling
spill
the
the
niggas.
Kool-Aid. You feel me?
Right.
Like,
Roddy,
They
right?
not- they not
Roddy,
supposed to
Roddy,
know.
Roddy, tell them why you're mad, yo. Tell them why you're mad, son. Tell them why you're mad.
Tell them why you mad, son.
yeah, but don't
I'm
give us
just
the juice
mad
now.
because-
You feel me? Like,
I'm just mad because they saying that you gotta put your 2 weeks in, but they could fire you on a freaking Monday. Motherfuckers come in Monday morning, 9 o'clock on time for their job, coming in all happy and bright, like what up? And next thing you know, you get called into that office.
I mean,
Well,
at least you're not Craig and you get fired on your day off.
facts.
No, that's worse. I'm completely with Roddy. I've been through some shit in corporate America, quote unquote, and all that stuff. It's the most ridiculous shit in the world. I gotta tell you 2 weeks before I leave, but you can tell me get out on Monday, and you're gonna be straight for what? You could tell me get out. Everybody signs these things that says at will employment. What does that mean? That I'll tell you exactly what that means. It means they can fire you at any given moment. So why the fuck would I give you 2 weeks to treat me like shit? Give me less hours before you fire me.
Tell them why you're mad, Molly.
Yo, real quick, I've seen this happen before too, though, to be fair. So there was times at my old job. And with my old job, I can't really get into the specifics because it's like one of, if not the biggest hedge fund companies in the world right now. So the way they do certain things, I have to keep low. However, I can get into how they would, right? I used to set up the meetings for them. So basically, I would set up the room. They will order like little treats and snacks and all of that, right? They order like a little breakfast, bagels, shit like that, orange juice.
Right.
And I'm thinking like, all right, this is a regular meeting, nothing crazy. And then I find out that the number of the people in the meeting is like 15, 20 people. In the meeting, it's like a whole team of people.
Oh, wow.
So they all go in the meeting, right? Now I'm not in there, but then I know an hour after that meeting, people are coming out crying with their stuff. Security's at the reception desk, escorting people out into the elevator bay and waiting for them to take the elevator to go straight down. You know what I'm saying? And people are like really crying. Mind you, the company that I was at, they were making, like the guys out on that team, they were making upwards of like around 120, 130. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Making 120, 130 a year. Job gone. You know what I'm saying? So
Tell them why you're mad, saying.
I ain't mad. I still have my job. But, but I look at that shit and I'm like, damn, bro, that's crazy. They laid off like 15, 20 people today. And guess what? The next day, all of their jobs was on.
So Ken, how do you feel about this?
I ain't gonna hold you. That's messed up. I seen that happen as well when I used to work at certain job I used to work at. Next thing you know, one day somebody working, next thing you know, somebody tapped on the shoulder and said, "Yo, clock out, don't come back." I literally see that happen. And
Damn, the tap on the shoulder?
The tap on the shoulder.
Tap on
They
the
could at
shoulder.
least got you breakfast, man.
They couldn't take you in the room?
Hey, ain't talking about me. I never got fired.
Not you.
Nobody said we talking about you. Look at him tell it on himself.
You was a manager, Mally, so you didn't take people in the room?
Some people did.
I only wrote people up. They took me in the room.
Oh shit! They said,
Nah, but seriously, no, you didn't. I definitely did see it happen. Some people got taken in the room. Some people didn't. Some people said, "Yo, get out."
Damn.
They can't even get their shit.
This shit.
Listen, they took my boy in the room, and he came out in handcuffs one time. So,
Oh yeah,
Oh, he was stealing.
yeah. I
That
see that
nigga was
too.
still, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, I see
That
that too.
nigga stealing.
But what I'm gonna say is,
Yeah.
they don't give a fuck about you on the job. They fire you today. They bring in somebody new tomorrow or next week. So why should you give them the common courtesy of giving your 2 weeks?
you
So,
should.
Roddy, let me ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you had got a job, right? You at your job now, right? And you get it, and if you get a job, you get an offer that gives you like maybe like 25% more than what you're getting now. Are you just putting on that day, or are you taking that 2 weeks? Because I just gave Cardi B the same pack it up for what she's talking about. I want to see, you know what I'm saying? What would you do there?
It depends on the new job. If they said they need me ASAP, I'm out, and I could take some time to stay home. But they said they need a week or two. I'm taking a week and two, and then I'm taking some days off. Let's say they need me in a week and a half, right? Then I'm working for that week, and then the next week I won't come back.
Okay, I was about to pack you up because I'm saying you're gonna take that 2 weeks after you just got finished telling niggas that you should just take the day because niggas don't give a fuck. I was about to pack you up there. Gotta be sure.
Nah, but that's how I feel about this whole 2 weeks thing. It was a whole argument on social media about people taking 2 weeks, and a lot of them in the comments said F no, they can get rid of you and all that stuff. And it's unfair how these guys get rid of you, yo. Like, managers just don't care, yo.
Managers, the whole system. Listen, Roddy, I'll take it even a step further. They want you to give 2 weeks notice for a job that they will fire you from and hire somebody less qualified and pay them less money to do more things than you were doing.
That's a fact.
That's facts. They really just did that to somebody on my team. It's sad because I can say this publicly now because they're not making as much as the last person I was there was, and I'm like, that's crazy.
Damn it.
It'd be like that. They did that to me. I went back. My job position wasn't even there no more. They were just paying somebody less to do it.
And that's the thing, because if they find out that it's more affordable to bring somebody new on, especially if they don't got experience like that, but they know they need work, they're gonna hit you with the base pay, like the literal base pay, bro. And that's what's gonna suck. So if you coming up in corporate America, I try to tell people, if you're in corporate America, but you're not making like the 100K that a good amount of like the top 10% are making, bro, do your corporate America thing, but then also sit there and work on a skill that can help get you to that 100K. And if that skill gets
Tell
you
them the
back,
truth.
Nah, for real. Work on that skill, solidify, like hone in on that, hone in on that skill, right? So that way, if you're making more doing that skill as opposed to a corporate job, you can either quit, bye, see ya, or keep it for a little bit to at least get some extra money. But you ain't gotta take it as serious. If the manager talking shit to you, you can be like, "What, nigga, suck my dick, yo, I quit." You feel me? And be okay. Like,
and I think that happened too.
like, I've literally told people suck my dick, I quit, and then I went to Vegas like 2 weeks after.
I should have said suck my dick. I didn't. Like, I threatened the guy low key, but I ain't say suck my dick.
I just said F you.
I threw keys at niggas.
Bro, I'm from Brooklyn. What do you expect? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
They deserved it.
what you mean? Like, they've been treating people like shit for fucking weeks. They still to this day. They still treat people like shit. I get texts from the leads that's now, and I'm like, bro, how's it going? It's so stressful. They keep changing shit. Management don't know what they're doing. I'm like, this is why I left. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the folks at the hedge fund spot. Keep your head up. You feel me? Make sure y'all like the podcast too. You know what I'm saying? And go from
No,
there.
make sure y'all like the podcast. Niggas getting fired.
And
They got time to like the podcast. Like they
Well,
upset.
now I guess they got time now. Shit, you got all the time in the world now.
there go. And there go. And that's Roddy I don't like. Yo, Mali, ain't got any out of the sky for this week?
Do I ever? Do I freaking ever? First of all, guys, if you don't know me, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Malimal. I am an entrepreneur, young, strong Black man from Brooklyn, New York, by way of Virginia, Portsmouth, Virginia. Shout out to Prentice Park. But the only thing I am, other than that, is a man that is a lover of the truth. I am a truthophile, a lover of the truth, and I love to be vindicated. We have a whole plan to talk about the way I'm vindicated, so I'm gonna save a little bit of this for later. My to the sky is still a follow-up, right? So since we're gonna talk about the other piece of that in the news, we'll wait till then. But this piece of this, it didn't make the news, but it needs to make the news. So remember we were talking the second part of my to the sky from about 2 weeks ago on the delusional episode. So now I got a second part to that, right? So I guess this is part 2B, whatever. So at the time we spoke about this, the porn star Miss Mariah Mills had been tweeting about the basketball player, Mr. Zion Williamson, and his new illegitimate child for 3 days straight. At the time of this recording, it has been an entire 22 days later. She has not only tweeted about this man every single day since, she got a large, not even stylish tattoo of his name on the side of her jaw.
Stupid. I'm sorry, I continue.
No, that was perfect. That was perfect. I need that more.
Oh shoot, continue, son.
But let's get crazier. She dropped a terrible song about him.
Wait, she spit bars?
Nigga. She sucks bars, but not spits them. Mm-mm.
That's a fact. She does.
Because that shit was booty juice. It was bad. I played the song. My face got scrunched up. I said, "What?" It was absolute terrible. Fire for that. So and this comes to the sky, when are we going to start holding women accountable to the same things that men are held accountable to? And I'm not talking about things that are obviously gender specific to be held to, right? We're not talking about that. I'm talking about things that are human specific to be held to. Because this woman, who is 10 years this man's senior, has been harassing this man for 3 straight weeks online. If any man here would do this, one, he'd be labeled an incel. Am I right or wrong?
They'll say he hate women, he hate
women, he hate his mother, he's an incel, he's abusive, he's creepy, look at him, he's so controlling, he's this, he's that, why don't you give it up? You're a loser. They would have called him a loser. Is it because she got a pretty face and a fat ass that she's not a loser? Because she's definitely a fucking loser.
Hey, tell them why you're mad, Mally. Gee Louise.
Am I being honest?
Nah, you can tell. You can tell a broke baby when you see one. You feel me?
Right.
Because when you're thirsting over a 22-year-old, bro, he's 22 and he's 22, plays in the NBA, and she tweeted at this dude more times than the number of games he played in his career.
Dead ass.
That's
if
a
we
fact.
really take it down and count it, I'm dead ass sure that you are not lying.
Like ESPN already did the math on that. She tweeted about anywhere between 135 to 145 times. Zion Williamson has only played 133 games in the NBA.
Criminy. If
Bro,
you listen, Sands, if you tweeted any shorty without any response 145 times over the course of 22 days after, let's say she rejected you. Matter of fact, let's say she just had a baby with another nigga and y'all was never even that serious in the first place.
bro, she spit in my mouth. Like, come on now. You can't
Y'all
get more serious than
nasty,
that.
but y'all nasty. Y'all not like that. There's a difference. But imagine, okay, she spit in your mouth. Let's say she rocked your fucking world, Sands. She did it all, wilding you up. Sands can't think about nothing when he wake up to suck that coochie. And then you go on a tirade for 22 days and you tweet over 150 times and you tattoo your face and you make a song and you go all about making a nuisance of yourself and attaching it to his life or her life. How long would it take for the cops to come and hit you with that restraining order?
Bro, by like the 50th tweet, I'm done. Cops gonna come to the door, hit me with 3 restraining orders. People gonna say I hate women again. I'm gonna come out with another episode, Miss Aaron Hate Women Part 2. They're gonna say I hate my moms. Right? You feel me? Like y'all met my moms. Lovely woman.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Very lovely.
They're gonna say, oh, but
Shout
they're gonna bring my wife into it, and then I gotta get crazy because I don't play about her. It's gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be a whole thing. I might end up losing my marathon.
That's what I'm trying to let you know. You would
all because I wanted to get
you
spit in the mouth. Like, come on.
right. See, the thing is, there are consequences to that level of action. Why is this woman out here acting like there's no consequences? Right? No consequences at all to doing any of this. You have a tattoo on your face now. Do you know how much that is going to hurt and fuck your face up when you want to get it removed because you realize you were stupid? You got to tattoo a large tattoo. First of all, Zion is not that long of a word. Why did you get it to the size where it could fit your whole jaw?
She said I need that in Cat's Arial size 26.
She did it like she's trying to fucking cheat the essay lane.
I guess she wants to be known that she's dealing with Zion.
Delusional.
Right.
That pussy is delusional.
She's not dealing with Zion. She was dealing with Zion. She probably could have still been dealing with Zion.
Dealing with Zion. The nigga just spit her mouth.
He was smashing and sending her nice stuff. Got to talk about that. But the thing is, now he's probably not going to do any of that because you done wild out and put all his business on Front Street. Why is it okay for her to do that? Why do a lot of our modern women think it's okay for them to just do certain things and just completely avoid consequences? I got a story, right? I happened to be cruising my Twitter and I seen these 3 women. What was the names? Pearl Azario, Chitara Placentia. Yes, that's her name. These are some crazy names. Chitara Placentia. That sounds like some sort of superhero shit.
Right.
And I can't remember the other girl, but they were in Belle Fries. And these girls was in there tearing that motherfucker up. Right? Just destroying this store. They throwing sauce everywhere. They tore down their little COVID protection wall. They twerked on it.
Are you talking about the 2 ladies that fucked up that fried spot down in that close to her Houston Street?
Yeah, 3.
I heard about that shit.
They snatched the monitors, threw them at the people, busted 2 of the employees' heads open with the fucking tablets and shit that they were throwing. They did $20,000 worth of damage and walked out that motherfucker like they wasn't supposed to get sent to jail. And it was so bad. The chef who's filming, who at this point He got 2 bleeding employees, and these people are jumping the counter. You have full right to defend yourself any way you see fit. He's scared to because he feels like he's going to get the consequences. So you know what he has to do? He has to sit here and let these women terrorize him and pray that they don't go and try to commit violence towards him himself, even though they're actively throwing everything they can rip off the counter at him. And hold on, before I even finish this up, do you know why? I want y'all to guess. Sands, if you know the answer, don't tell. But I want y'all to guess why. Why these women went off the way they went off.
Trigger, I know the answer.
Because they're delusional?
No,
Yes.
not yes, but not this time.
Not again.
Come on, somebody guess. Because they felt like it, which is kind of an accurate answer, but the real reason, because they went to a fancy French fry spot which specializes in fancy French fry sauces, asked for extra sauce, and was told, yes, that'll be $1.75.
Damn.
Do you feel the gravity of that?
Because they didn't want to pay?
$1.75 at a fancy French fry spot.
Bro, that's 7 quarters.
Yeah,
And-
that's nothing. That's crazy.
And the thing is, even if you think it was too much to pay, why would you go and then injure 2 people and commit $20,000 worth of damage? If you can't pay a damn $1.75, throwing that whole vat of the sauce, well, now you owe them at least $17. You got $20,000 worth of damage because nobody is putting these women in their place, or they're coming out of. I can't even explain it because I don't want to sound like you're supposed to, like you as men or you as anybody is supposed to control women and how they act, because these are grown-ups, these are adults, these are people past the threshold of not understanding. But the problem is we treat them in a way which doesn't require them to understand the consequences of their actions. You hear what I'm saying? When are we going to start holding women to the consequences? Because listen, we live in the year of our Lord 2023, right? Let you tell it, women and men are equal, right? So how come I can't get not nearly that rowdy before a whole crowd jumps on me? Meanwhile, these 3 women were running down, injuring people while a whole crowd of people watched, even cheered them on, especially when they started twerking. Yes, they stopped in the middle to twerk, to rub
They
their
really twerk
asses.
on like the bar and all that on the counter and all that shit. My bad.
They did. No, you're good. And it's because there's a lack of true acknowledgement of consequences. There's a lack of accountability going on somewhere. Who raised these niggas? Who raised Mariah Mill? And I know we're going to get into this later, but just a wink, wink, and a nudge, nudge. Who raised all these little Twitter hoes that get on Twitter and don't know how to take things back?
Yo,
But I ain't going to give y'all 20 minutes today. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take it to the sky and let it go back. Ken, it's on you.
And then there you go. There you go, Malimal, to the sky. Out of the sky.
To the sky, to the sky.
But I
of
can't.
all the sounds you have, that's the one you didn't get yet.
Well,
Yo, Mally, where that came from?
I didn't get that one yet, but I'm gonna get it. I don't know how yet.
I got an idea, but I'm gonna tell you off screen. But this week I do got another Mr. Gentleman review of the week, and this week I will be reviewing Transformers: The Rise of the Beast. Originally, I was supposed to see it as a free screening, but I was filming well that day, so I missed out. Instead, my site Posted. I watched it, and I'm not gonna hold. This movie was more better than I expected. It ain't the best Transformers movie in the franchise. It ain't the worst either. It's just in the middle, and it's pretty cool. It's a prequel from before Transformers, but it's after Bumblebee, which Bumblebee is the best in the franchise, in my opinion. But you know, and this was pretty good. One thing that I was shocked about was the soundtrack to this movie with nothing but '90s hip hop, and that really drew me in. I ain't gonna hold you, but the movie itself was really good. The ending was weird, but yeah, if I had to rate this, I would give it a 3.5 with the gentleman. Facts.
We're gonna give it 3.
There you go. And that's this week with the gentleman review of the week. So yeah, your fellas. So it's time for which I got your headphones. So what I got your headphones this week? What y'all listening to? Any old song, old album, new stuff? Let me know.
All right, so real quick, this is gonna go into I'm gonna get in my restaurant bag real quick, and I just got I watched it twice. The Orange Cassidy match that he had at Forbidden Door. I know Shibata was in there, a few other people in there. I think the Juice Robinson was in that one as well. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But basically Orange Cassidy came out as a victor. And I kept thinking about his theme song. So what's currently in my headphones right now is Jane by a 70s group by the name of Jefferson Starship. I know how I like my old songs and shit.
Oh, I definitely know who that group is. I definitely know who that group is actually.
So yeah, that's what's currently in my headphones. That shit sounds tough, and you could definitely sample some shit to it too. So it's definitely a good mix for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm really a big fan of that song right now, and I may play it when I get back to work. So
Shout out to Freshly Squeezed.
Nice.
you know what I'm saying? So I got the glasses for it too. It is fire. So yeah, that's what's in my headphones.
Nice. Roddy, what about you?
Man, I got Brent Fayez for mine. I was listening to some Maya this week.
you a W in your Maya's bag. You a W in your Maya's
Listen to her first.
What you gonna do when you can't say no?
The first album and Best of Me and Best of Me Remix was the second album. Yeah, I was listening to some Maya this week. Listening to Calm Down too. Yeah. That was what was in my headphones this week.
There you go. What about you, Chief?
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah, your turn, yeah.
What's in my headphones this week? You know, I was putting my daughter on to some of this top shelf music, right? That's what I call it, the top shelf music. You don't pull it out all the time. You don't bring it to every party. When you have a real special occasion, it's like fine wine every time, no matter how old it gets. So you know what got stuck in my head out of all those things? It's 2 different songs, right? One of them was one of my father's favorite songs, or it wasn't his favorite, it was one of his favorite songs. It was one of my favorite songs that he liked at his own. Taking us back to 1973, the Crusaders and Randy Crawford with Street Life. That song is my shit. And this is the longest song that I'll happily listen to twice. That song is long as hell, though. It's 11 minutes. And another song.
Yeah.
Out of that list is Patrice Rushen's Remind Me. Right? Because I was listening to Junior Mafia's I Need You Tonight, which samples that. But when you listen to the original song, it's just magnificent. Like you gotta put that on your top shelf. That's gotta be your rare wine. Like you pull that out to impress your company. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pull out some Patrice Rushen to impress your company. So that's what's in my headphones.
And there you go. And you know, for me, yo, I was in my Neptune bag, yo. So, you know, I'm a big Neptune fan, Pharrell, Chad, you know, and I found myself listening to this album that came out in 2002 or 2003, one of those years, and I found myself listening to Neptune presents the Clones.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, one, we got one of our original name off that album. You know, the clips, the glory, you know, stuff like that.
Wait, we
But-
did?
Yeah.
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 How was that?
There's a
I
glory-
didn't know that. I thought like y'all got it from the phrase "go out with a blaze of glory."
Nah.
I mean that sounded cool too, but that came from the song.
It really came for the song title. It really came for that song.
Oh, that's crazy. I wish y'all would have told me that.
Yeah.
I was just
Shout out to the homie Jody, because Jody came up with that. So
word. Shout out to Jody.
yeah.
All right.
He came up with that. You know, we got shout out him for that. But you know, I listened to that whole album, and yo, that album was really great, even to this day.
To this day.
That album was really dope, like as a whole, yo. But there's one song that I listened to on that album. It was by Nelly, and Nelly If. No, and listen to that song now. I feel like that song could have been a single. That song could have made Nelly way more bigger than what he already is. You know, he did have some albums, but
I mean, at the time, can I ask a question? At the time it came out, it could have it could have made Nelly bigger than Hot in Here made Nelly.
yeah, because it came out around the same time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but I need you to understand how big Hot in Here was.
It was big. It was produced by the same person who did on his album. So him and Pharrell had something going together. I feel like Pharrell should have worked. That tune should have worked on Nelly project way more. Even though they did
for his sake.
They did, yeah.
Wait, didn't they get didn't he also do Sweet Sweatsuit for him?
Yeah, he did. He did.
It's just Nelly ran out of good rhyme. Shit.
Yeah,
that was his fault.
Yeah, cause he did Flap Your Wings. He did a couple of songs of Sweatsuit. Actually,
come on. Did he do Tip Drill? Who did Tip Drill? Whoever did Tip Drill deserves a medal.
We might need a premier fact check on that one. Might be a premier fact check on that one. I don't know who produced Tip Drill, but yeah, but now, but but Neptune was the close to another really dope album, and that whole album was really dope. I mean, of course, he had a few songs, even the rock songs on it was pretty dope. I had to listen to it now. It's actually sound pretty good. I didn't listen to it when the album came out. So when I brought the album. So yeah, Neptune was at the close, man. Busta, Pharrell fronting, you know.
Move, girl, light your ass on fire.
Snoop Dogg.
That was I didn't know that was up there.
Yeah. Light Your Ass on Fire's on there. Snoop Dogg It Blows My Mind, which is still not on no platform because copyright reasons. I believe it's the Rick James sample. But yeah, that was the album. Neptune was in the close. Yeah, I never heard it. Listen to it. And shout out to the Neptunes, man. Pharrell and Chad, man. One of the best. One of the best. But yeah.
Let me talk to you.
Nah, you ain't know. LA name. You ain't know. All right, time for the questions of the day. Sans, you got the first question of the day.
All right, so real quick, Meek Mill came on Twitter, right? And he was like, hey, honest question. Do y'all guys think I fell off? Y'all can be honest with me. Especially since I'm about to test out some new stuff. Before I do that, let me know and be honest. Did I fall off? And honestly, I want to pose that question to you guys, bro. Did Meek Mill fall off?
Who going first?
I go first.
Mm.
I mean, I wouldn't say fall off, but I feel like he do need to go a little more harder. I don't want to say fall off though. He just need to put out A hit, I guess. Another hit.
Like, how many times he got to get cooked by Drake? How many times he
Nah,
got to
man.
hop around for billionaires? How many times people got to not buy his album? He could be mad about it. How many times he got to do a sample and almost get sued by WWE while trying to get his beef record off? How many whack beef records?
That's a lot.
I think we get the point out. I think you get the point out.
My question is, what constitutes as a fall off?
No.
I
I gotta hold you. I forgot all those things happened to us. So I'll take my answer back after that. I think my answer back.
Roddy, what's your
They
thoughts
call that nigga
on that?
Twitter fingers, boy.
Man, I think he just needs to go back to his old roots and bring some good body of work back, like some hard shit like he did when he first had his first 2 albums. And once he brings some brand new hits, maybe he'll get back up and he won't. Because I feel like he is falling off because he's not bringing out great music that's up there.
Here's the thing, though. Like, he's not bringing out, like, unaveragely bad music. Like, it's just like he's taken L after L after L. I think he fell off a long time before, like, because he could have been huge. People right now, to this day. Boy, always on point. People right now, like, you play Dreams and Nightmare, or you play House Party. They going off on Meek Mill's part for House Party. They going off. You ain't got to play the beat of the song. You could turn off the beat, and the whole crowd, hold up, let me finish. Y'all thought I was finished. No. I fucked up. But you get my point.
All right, here's the thing, right? Here's I gotta trouble you with.
What about lately?
Lately, they stopped treating Dreams and Nightmares as the anthem, and dare I say, started treating Just Run a Rock as the new Philly anthem. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to agree with your earlier points on that, Mally. Listen, it started with Back to Back. I will say it started with Back to Back. It also started when he was dating.
That a world tour or you girls tour?
Bro, it started when Nicki was treating him like his son. He wasn't a man over there. Son. He was a son that you would adopt and like feed the children, bro.
To make matters worse, right? Watch this. He's dating Nicki Minaj. That's how on he was. He's dating Nicki Minaj.
Mind you, this is Nicki.
He gets clowned in the beef, and then she dumped him
immediately after. And it's not like she does better. She goes to the pedo offender.
She got bigger as a person, like dating wise. She definitely dated down. That nigga, she dated a damn sex offender. They trying to kick him out the neighborhood right now.
Yeah, she can't even live safely without moving. Make sure she don't live between 50 feet in the school zone.
Right.
So you telling me you lost that, right? Then you came out with Championships, which I ain't gonna hold you. It was an okay album, but it wasn't your best. And then now you beefing with 6ix9ine. You feel me? And then like niggas really ain't checking for you like that. You ain't really dropped nothing to know. You feel me? So it's like, can we say that he fell off? I say yeah, but can he come back? Maybe.
Listen, yeah, a fall off don't mean you're gone forever. You can always climb back up, but if you have to act if you fell off, then you fell off. Even if you call yourself trying to do it tongue in cheek, trying to set up a next tweet or whatever the fuck. If you have to act if you fell off, you fell off. And Meek, you fell off. Even you fell off by relative standard because the Championships came out, had some good songs on it. What was that joint he had with LMA? The
24/7. That was all right.
And the other one he did for the Splash Waterfalls beat, that was fire.
Oh, yeah, him and Chris.
Right.
Yeah. But there's really no shit that I can see him spit bars to. You feel me? Like
exactly.
He has shit that if you get a good feature, you might get some radio play. But he ain't got no shit that I can just see him spit bars to. And he hasn't had that since Dreams and Nightmares.
He hasn't. If we're really honest, he really hasn't. No,
bro, that was on a mixtape, my guy.
He been hopping around for billionaires. They asked this man,
That's a
this
whole
grown
nother thing
ass
too.
6'2" dark skinned Philly nigga to hop around like a bunny. And he did it, and they pulled out a camera and he kept hopping. He didn't stop and pop on nobody, nothing. And this is
Like that.
after
Like that was
being
you.
called Twitter family. He fell off.
Yeah, once you start hopping around on your tippy toes and trying to, sit there and and audition to be the next guy on that submersible. Yeah, bro, you fell off.
Not the submersible. My
Yeah,
son's
he's
career
trying to
got submersible.
listen. If one of those billionaires Kurt Kraft or whatever, and one of those billionaires that these young dudes be looking up to, you know what I'm saying? Talk about, oh, I give you 10 mil, but you gotta hop on a submersible with me. They'll probably do that shit. They'll do that dumb shit.
And there you go. There you go. And the next question of the day we have, who are your favorite actor or actress worst movie? This is your opinion though. So yeah. Who wanna go first with this one?
I'll let y'all go first on this one.
I
Come back
got
at that.
two.
I go, Roddy.
Robin Williams, 1 Hour Photo. I hated that movie. He looked like he was such a creep in that movie, and I just couldn't unsee it. That was my worst movie for him. And Eddie Murphy, 1,000 Words, with he had 1,000 words and it was tied to some tree. And then every time the leaf fall off, he would die before the leaves were born. That was a stupid move for me too.
All right. Who will go next? Mally?
I'll take next. You know what? Like, it's hard for me because I don't really watch the bad movies. Like, you ever look at a title of a movie like, oh, this is gonna be terrible. I don't know why they did it, and then you just don't watch it anyway. See, I'm that guy. But I got a couple. Okay, so dang it, I just lost it. So we'll start with this one. One of my favorite actresses, Gabrielle Union. One of her worst movies was also one of Eddie Murphy's worst movies. That Pluto Nash thing, terrible. It was
That shit had the nerve
terrible.
to come out on my birthday, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Absolutely.
I forgot about that, bro.
That movie was bad.
I forgot about
was
that.
Dumb bad. Like, I don't even know what
That
it
was
was
bad,
about.
though.
That's how bad it was. Dumb bad.
Just by looking at the photo, right?
That's when I learned to look at the picture before I go and waste my time watching the movie. Wasted time. That shit could have came out on Tubi nowadays and it would have been replaced.
It is.
It would have.
It is.
Terrible. If I could remember who that first name,
Oh
the
gosh.
first name that popped into my head when you said this, like it was just right there. It's on the tip. You ever had that tip of your tongue thing? It's right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I hate
I'm like,
that.
I don't know why they made this shit, but then Pluto Nash came to my head and I had to talk about
Box office failure.
Oh shoot.
it. I think I was gonna go Jim Carrey, but I'm trying to remember the actual bad movie he did. That movie where he was acting for it, the actual bad movie. Maybe not
Not
Jim.
that many though.
It's like a lot of the people I watch, they don't have bad. Oh, I remember my other one. Okay, it wasn't Jim Carrey. Will Smith. Willard. Emancipation was not the movie you needed right after the whole slap thing. It just wasn't. Honestly, I don't even know if it was a good or bad movie because I looked at the trailers. I'm like, this is going to be bad, and it's going to be another slave movie. I'm not going to watch Will Smith get whipped because he slapped a nigga. I'm not going to do it.
You can just watch that shit in his life for free, bro. What are you talking about?
Basically.
Basically.
He should not have done that movie. He needed to go handle his wife. I'm so glad Red Table Talk got canceled because he didn't need that much more smoke in his life. I hope the movies will be better now that Red Table Talk is canceled because they ruined his fucking life right now. How you go from Independence Day to Emancipate? Come on. Bright was even good.
Oh gosh.
All right. I want to get next real quick. I think it's safe for me.
Go
right, so real quick, right? One of my favorite actors' worst movies. I got two. First one is Denzel Washington, and it's in it was John Q.
What?
Yeah, that shit was trash. They really put that little ass kid out there to lose his heart, knowing good and damn well if it was a white person, he would have had a heart in 45 minutes. It took him damn near 2.5 hours, and for Denzel Washington to kill himself in order, you know what I'm saying? In order for that baby to get a heart. And even then, after all that, he still got arrested. For
Wait, you
holding
thought
up
John
everybody.
Q was bad?
That shit was trash, bro. I'm sorry. That shit was trash.
The story
You went from Malcolm.
definitely trash.
You went from Malcolm X to John Q.
I mean,
Right?
he picked another letter for the last name. Like,
Nah, bro. Like, it was ass. Like nobody. You know what I'm saying? Kimberly Elise always, like she be on the struggle shit. You feel me? Every movie I
yeah,
see her in, she's not happy.
never. I've never
She's
seen
not
her
happy.
happy. I've never seen her as the bad guy. Just always the fighting from underneath downtrodden black woman.
Talking about I need this money. Or set it off and shit. You feel me? Like, nah, bro.
Now she was the first person to get killed.
She really was. She got popped in the chest at least like 3 times, bro. She didn't go out like Cleo, but still.
She was the reason Cleo went out like that because she was tight.
Yeah. She ain't had nobody else. You know what I'm saying? They split up. Jada went on her bald-headed business. Vivica ended up getting shot. You feel me? But yeah, John Q, trash. Second actor, right? Jamie Foxx, right? Great actor. You know what I'm saying? He's going through his recovery right now. There's a lot going on. But bro, held up could have got held up.
Held up. I don't know that one.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly. The shit I'm talking about. Held up. It was basically him trying to get to his wife on a plane, but then the apparently the gas station gets held up by these dudes, and they're stuck in the gas station, going through gas station shit. It's basically like John Q, but with comedy, which why I feel like it's trash. So yeah, held up is trash. I saw that shit on VHS. All right, it was trash then.
so it's
If I
way
see that
back.
shit on- right? So
Movie
if I
is
see
way
that
back
shit on-
in the day.
if I see that on Tubi, it'll still be trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, nah,
Tubi
bro.
Vista.
It's not it. So John Q and Held Up. Those are my picks.
Well, I go with you on my picks. And I'm gonna say this first. These are my opinions because a lot of the list that I have, people who love these movies, I don't like them. So Eddie Murphy, every one movie Eddie Murphy had, I was so hyped to see it, man. And I was so hyped. I seen it in the movies. And when I got out the movie, I was disappointed. People love this movie, but for some reason, I do not like this movie, Norbit. I do not like Norbit, yo.
What?
I do not like Norbit, son.
At
You didn't
all?
like Norbit?
At all. I did not like
Wow.
Norbit, son. I did
The
not
funny
enjoy
thing is, I'm not even going to jump down his throat for that. I could see it. It felt like a ripoff of Big Mama's House and of The Nutty Professor at the same time.
Yeah, and the thing
Yeah, I agree with you.
That makes sense.
And the thing was, I was hype about it because his performance did not even Professor, but it just, I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into Norbit, yo. I just couldn't get into it.
That's
And
because
then
you like The Nutty Professor, and The Nutty Professor was just better.
Yeah.
If I'm going to see him playing two characters.
Yeah. And I guess I had mad high expectations, but I just couldn't. I didn't like it. And plus, Eddie Murphy had a lot of movies that I didn't like around during that time too. y'all two mentioned 2 of them already, so yeah.
You agree with ours?
I do agree with y'all. Yeah.
Wait, which were the ones we mentioned? I want to cut its ass more.
Pluto Nash and
Terrible.
Yeah, Pluto Nash is ass. I'm mad they came out with that shit on my birthday.
That shit was Pluto ass. That's the reason. That movie's the reason why Pluto not a planet no more.
Shit like that.
It's now a channel, Blue TV. So there you go. And then also
And who watch it?
Roddy.
Exactly.
And also, I agree with Roddy of the 1,000 words thing too. I was bored one time I watched it, and yeah, I didn't like it either. So yeah, and I'm a fan of Eddie, but Eddie did have some bad movies. I'm not gonna hold you. Not gonna hold you. Also, I agree with Sears, Jamie Foxx. I do agree we held up, but it was another movie that everybody like. I didn't like Jamie Foxx though.
Was it Booty Call?
It was Booty Call.
What? Yo, clock out, bro. Booty Call was a classic.
Booty Call, come on, son.
Wow.
I couldn't get into it. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't.
Come on,
it.
son.
It is a classic, but I just couldn't get to it. Y'all can hate me.
Roddy and Sands, I want you to watch that movie again. When you watch it again with newer ears and eyes on a more mature brain, it didn't hit like it needed to
Exactly. Thank you,
hit.
Molly. Thank you.
That's how I knew. It did. Niggas
I'm off
trying to
tonight.
get coochie. Like, what are we doing here?
Bro, nah,
That's
listen,
saran wrap trying to get coochie. Why?
it was the 90s, bro. Like, shit like that was
It's
not
not
like
that.
that.
You find me somebody that was getting coochie in the 90s and asked them if they wrapped themselves in saran wrap.
So you know what? I got one more now. This was a fun topic. I got one more now. I got shout out to my boy Martin, man. Martin, he did have a little great movie. But he also had some plenty bad movies. And there was another movie that he had an all-star cast in this movie. I believe Jason Morgan's in this movie. Who else? Chris Rock was in this movie. Death of the Free Movie, man. I was so disappointed, son. I see that.
Wait, hold up.
Disappointed.
Death at the Funeral was funny.
It was really funny though.
I was disappointed, son.
I thought you were going to say Black Knight.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought he was going to say.
I thought you were going to say Black Knight. That shit was ass.
I would have been
Black
right
Knight
on your
and
side.
Rebound.
That was ass.
Black Knight was when they discovered that black people watch stuff. So they just decided, hey, what would happen if a black people did this weird thing that black people nor nobody currently would do? What would happen? Like my son said, what would happen if a nigga became a knight and made it into an entire movie?
Yeah, well, Black Knight was bad. I do agree with you on that. But when I seen Death of the Film back then, I did. I mean, it was. I didn't like it, but as I got older, I really did like it. So I gave it a chance again, and I just nah,
so y'all just gonna let Rebound fly?
It's one of those things.
Oh, Rebound was horrible.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things where don't cast, not a great movie.
Rebound was like a whack version of Hardball.
Oh shoot!
Nah, facts.
There, I think I probably did have bad movies.
You want to know what was another bad? It's not even like because of favorite actor. I just know it was ass.
Which one?
Woo. Tommy Davidson.
Woo.
Tommy Davidson and Jada Pinkett. For the same reason, I kind of see that Booty Call is back. If I watch that now, that shit on Netflix too.
Nobody
if I watch
was
that now,
in no.
I'll fall asleep.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Woo. I seen Woo. I didn't even see Woo for the first time in the 90s. I seen Woo for the first time like 6 years ago.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, son. A lot of movies that we like in the 90s, we watch it now, it's different. There's a lot of movies like that now. I ain't gonna hold you.
I didn't think
it just
Woo
hits different because
as bad. Hold on. I didn't think Woo was as bad as it was stupid. Because there is no way, and I mean no fucking way, I'm putting up with Woo. From the first thing she say to me, I'm moving on to, especially if all I want is some coochie. I'm getting beat up for what? I'm getting my car stolen for what? No.
Oh man, that was.
And you in jail, bro. That's another thing. You got locked up.
Whole life. This a nigga with a career. People got him self-conscious because they talking about all the coochie they getting. And he's not even paying attention to them looking like fiends getting anything that pull up. Like, nigga, relax. You okay. You're doing well in life, dog.
Oh, man. I ain't gonna hold you. That was funny. So that was funny, though. That's funny. And we got
you know who would do that? You know who would do that shit for her, though? You know who would and will put up with it?
Oh.
Will Smith.
I mean, funny because that's how you. I think that's how you met her, I think, or something like that.
He need to be emancipated.
Wasn't that the movie that he was talking about?
That's what I did there. I'm gonna do the laugh track so y'all know that.
But let's get to the last question. And if these 4 artists come with an album right now, who on the same day, who would you listen to first? The choices are J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, or Feature.
J. Cole, and it's not even close. I know I'm jumping the order.
Anybody can answer. Don't worry, anybody can answer.
But it's not even close.
It was like if it's in the morning time that I'm hearing these albums, then I'll take J. Cole on the way to work, right? And then Drake on the comeback. And then I'll just listen to Kendrick and Future tomorrow.
What about you, Roddy?
It would have to be J. Cole and then Drake as well.
I know for me, definitely J. Cole, Kendrick, Feature, and Drake.
Kendrick, Feature, and Drake.
No,
Poetic Justice.
Oh, my bad. J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, and Feature. There you go. That's more better.
That's the one sample Mally did not know about.
I was so tight.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
quick little story. I had just finished making my new girl song. I was in the studio. My studio producers helped me out. It sounded great. The concept was fire, and it was me going outside of myself as an artist. I found a sample of Janet Jackson's sample. And I just knew nobody else had this sample. I was so fired up. I called Sands. He was the first person I got in touch with. He was like, yo. I was like, yo, so how was the song? He's like, yo, it's fire. I love how you did that Poetic Justice sample. I said, who? What you talking about? Sands, don't say that.
Oh, shoot.
That. Even more mad that I like the song.
Oh, man.
I'm like, bro, that shit was fire.
I gonna say, I was so pleased, son, because I was a fire song, son. I was also.
But I literally heard Poetic Justice like 2 hours before I got that phone call, and I'm like, yo, this song is fucking fire, bro. Holy! And then I heard your song, and I was like, yo, that's fire too. That's just like this song I heard like 2 hours ago.
I wanted to shelve it so bad after that, but it was still so good. I had to keep it.
I feel you, son. Dang. But it's time for the prequel, aka small news that matters. We will skim through this. Be ready. Behind on schedule. First thing first, Panama Plus canceled the game reboot. How y'all feel about that?
Damn.
I guess for the second time, it's game over.
They did all the work to rehire Wendy Raquel Robinson again. To just cancel it again. Wendy Raquel Robinson, if you keep answering the phone, they're going to keep rebooting the show, but worse. It's going to turn out like an AI rebooted the show the next time. I guarantee it.
And honestly, with the way,
Wendy.
and honestly, with the way the writer strikes are going, don't be surprised if you got AI writing these scripts for your favorite shows.
You got chat on YouTube. You already see what happened when AI edits video.
I would not be surprised at all.
You got Chat GPT and Midjourney fucking with the artwork and shit.
Stupid. But the reason for this cancellation and other shows as well, because now Panama is teaming up with Showtime and they're getting rid of a lot of shows from the original lineup on Panama just to make room for their Showtime partnership. So yeah.
Wouldn't they want more shows? Couldn't they just play the game on? Why we got to treat Wendy Raquel Robinson?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I got to feel the game might get picked up again.
You gotta think about it. Like you got all the streaming services that's out. It really took Paramount for them to pick it up for like a couple seasons just for them to drop it. You know what I'm saying? you gotta think about it. If Paramount is seeing this and not picking it up, I'm not expecting Netflix to be like, hey,
No, well,
let's do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
Come
I mean,
on, Hulu.
I think
Come on, BET Plus.
BT Plus, exactly. That's what I think about. BT Plus BT.
Now that
BT
Tyler
Plus, they gonna
Perry.
have that Tyler Perry trying to put all his plays and shows on there.
I mean,
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? We about if he ever calls Wendy Raquel Robinson, we're gonna get Tyler Perry presents the game.
And it's gonna be written by him. So
Yeah,
I ain't gonna hold you. I kind of don't want it. If it's written by him, I kind of don't want it because that's not his story to tell. But just because you want to tell it, just because you own the company, bro. Like, nah.
Yo, bro,
Sneak my man Alan Payne in there. You gonna sneak
You
Ella,
gonna put Boris Kojo in there?
Boris freaking Kojo, or
People gonna be
Shalom
dying
one of
every
them two. You
episode,
need
bro.
your light skin hero.
Yeah, he gonna add up top that dude who played Benny and then the has and had nots, and so they gonna make him the new Derwin.
It's gonna be Tyler Perry wise.
They definitely gonna do musicals during the football games and all that.
Right?
They're
Gonna be
gonna have it.
ridiculous.
They
Medea gonna be in the front row.
People gonna be they're gonna have couples arguing and everything. I'm like, damn, it's gonna be some hot mess.
And the only way they can save it is if you go to church and you gotta pray the Lord to save
But
that
they're
same
gonna make the
relationship.
appearance.
That's gonna be the only way they win game.
But they're gonna be the new owner of the football game. So dang,
She gonna be the head coach. Yeah.
Yep, dang. But speaking of Tyler Perry, that was a good segue, by the way. Speaking of Tyler Perry, y'all already know Tyler Perry on BET do have movies on Netflix. Yeah, just had a new Medea movie on Netflix, Medea Homecoming. But now now he got movies on Amazon Prime. He just announced he got a 4-day movie on Amazon Prime. Two of them have been announced as of yesterday, but due to the recording, it will be 4 days ago. So he had 2 movies that was announced called Black, White, and Blue, which is a police movie. And he got another movie called Divorce in the Black. Both of them will be on Amazon Prime. And yeah, they already announced some people who's on it. Tia ex-husband is on it now, who is also now playing, who also on American Homecoming and stuff like that. When Divorce is the Black and Megan Goods as well is in that movie.
Tyler Perry said the bag.
Yeah, Tyler Perry taking over, yo. He is taking over.
Bag.
He should,
honestly. How much y'all bet he gonna revive all these black actors and actresses that we see in like 10 years? It's gonna be fire.
Here's the thing, first thing he's gonna do is he gonna pick up every show that he worked with. He'll give this show another chance. So if any of his old castmates was in a show that got canceled recently, I got a feeling he's gonna pick them up again and help them out. Picked up and put on BT. Watch.
I believe that he wants all the content.
Yeah, so mark my word.
And don't be surprised if he have 25 new shows by the end of the year.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, the way his studio setup is, he can literally put out like content at like a breakneck pace. So he'll put out 5. He could, not saying that he will or should.
Yeah,
he did at one point though.
He could put out 5 shows in a month.
He definitely did at one point.
He definitely could. He definitely, Roddy said, he definitely had that at one point. I know that.
Mind you, Tyler Perry got shows on different all avenues right now. He got movies on BET. He got shows on BET. He got movies on Netflix. He got a show on Nickelodeon. He got shows on Amazon Prime. He still got old shows that play on OWN.
The bag.
The bag for real.
I ain't gonna hold you. I literally just got finished watching Family Reunion before we jump on.
Yeah.
There you go.
The bag. First of all, shout out to Tyler Perry.
Yeah, for real, man.
Any joke we want to tell against him, that man has put on for his color right now. Like he's somebody we can be proud of.
We need 50 to own the network for real, all the way though.
No, 50.
You gotta start by doing a streaming service just to test the waters. Because for every power, you got a 50 Central.
That's a fact. Oh God. Oh
Not
God.
50
No, no,
Central.
no, no, no,
That's
no,
true,
no,
though.
No, we gonna talk about it for every power,
Oh God.
right? For every good power spinoff, right? Whether it's Ghost, or Kanan, or Force, you got a 50 Central for Far Self Destruct,
Oh God.
or
Oh,
Sasha Devon, or you know what I'm saying?
Animal
That
So
Ambition.
movie where he lost weight again.
yeah, but
Oh,
he was that was
thing,
before
that thing for the
things fall apart. Yeah, that's another
thing for
one.
the part. Yeah, yeah. Thing for the part.
That's another one. We lost 50 pounds and talk about I'm right here. You're gonna talk to me like I'm here the cat when he was. So you know what I'm saying?
But
No,
one
no.
thing I
But
can say for sure, 50 and Tyler Perry is getting people employed. They gonna have everybody acting again that we ain't seen in a minute.
No, definitely, yeah, definitely, but definitely Tyler Perry though. But I agree about 52, but definitely Tyler Perry.
y'all overlooking a goat in this type of conversation too. And this is a goat by the name of Byron, right?
Say
By the
again?
name of who?
It's a goat by the name of Byron Allen. You know
Oh
the
yeah.
dude who
Mm.
owns the
Yeah.
fucking Weather Channel? He owns
Yep,
the
but he
Weather
couldn't get
Channel, bro.
BT from Tyler Perry.
He couldn't. And to be fair, he could. Well, he got other networks. He got like a gang of networks, including the Weather Channel, bro. I'm
He owns
sorry.
the Weather Channel.
Yeah.
I haven't seen more niggas on the weather.
I mean, to be fair, I don't watch the Weather Channel unless it's on my app. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit comes from like your phones or whatever. So
Yeah, that might be a
unless you,
dead draw in this day and age. You're right.
yeah,
Like I don't know the last time. Like I remember it used to be a thing. Yo, turn to the Weather Channel so we see the weather.
but not everybody. Everybody got
I
that
have
shit
a
on their
phone.
phone now.
Even if you got a trash phone, it's gonna show you the weather.
That is facts.
In fact, yo.
So it's kind of a thing. Like 50, in order for him to like really start up on that type of shit, he has to at least get a feel of what it would be like just his type of content on a streaming platform. And I know people are tired of streaming platforms because it's so many. There's so many. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he's gonna have to test it out from there and see what's like.
Yeah, there you go, yo, there you go. And yeah, man, Tyler Perry, man. Shout out to every black person killing it right now. We need more of this right now. We need more of this in every avenue. Tyler Perry, pick up the promote podcast. Put it, there you go. Next,
I'm actually good on that because if they pick us up, then I gotta start censoring the shit that I want to say. I'm good.
No, even worse, Sands. If they pick us up, we're gonna have Medea on the damn show.
Exactly, on like episode 3 and shit, and talk about her tails.
She'll be a good guest though.
I'll bust a cap in your wing.
She'll be a good guest.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna have to start singing songs and shit. I gotta start singing Negro spirituals. I'm good, bro. Like I'm right on that.
I am good on my cross dressing for Christ, guys. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not wearing no dress to put the podcast on, guys. Ain't good for me, y'all. I'm not doing it. I will move to Africa.
Next, we got the baby. This man got the nerve to say that he can out rap Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole. How y'all feel about this delusional man?
Who is this? You're talking about Dub Baby or Lil Baby?
The baby, the people apparently people favorite baby, the baby.
All right, he could probably out nigga them.
Nigga.
Nah, for real. He could probably out nigga. He could probably do more nigga shit than this dude. Like the baby's the type of dude, right? That I'll get like a turkey and pepper jack cheese sandwich with. You know what I'm saying? And a 40, and then shoot dice with them. You feel me? Like he's the type of dude I hang around with. I want to see somebody get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? But in terms, I don't go, but for bars, I don't go to him for bars. You know, like we go like dudes go to him for the rap and shit, and ladies tend to go to him for dick. And that's really it. You know what I'm saying? We don't go to him for bars and content. So for him to say he can out rap Eminem or Kendrick or J. Cole, you smoking crack. Something is wrong with these people, bro.
Ah man, they delusional for real.
It's drugs. My son said, wait, what did he say again?
He can out rap Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole.
No, out rap. What does he consider out rapping?
I don't know. He can't rap himself. So I don't know.
If he's talking about this out niggering people, then
Yeah. What bars does the baby have that are better than anything J. Cole, Kendrick? What?
He do got more teeth than them niggas, I will say.
Nigga, he got more teeth than everybody.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
He got like 82 teeth in his ring. I can't understand it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree.
That nigga look like a titan.
He look like M. Bison when you lose in Street Fighter Alpha 3 on the last level, and then he smiled and he showed all 132 of his teeth. He look like that nigga.
I'm done.
I think niggas overhype the baby.
Yeah,
I think he believed the hype, and what he learned is that people don't really care, right?
Yeah.
People don't really care who he is or what he is as long as the song is hype. But nigga, people care about J. Cole, bro. Y'all not even in the same lane. Exactly. Nigga, you're out rapping, I don't know, NBA Youngboy.
You're rapping Quando Rondo.
Right.
Yeah. JJ.
You out rapping BRS Cash.
And all the
You're not even rapping the other dude that's named Baby.
Right.
Oh boy.
Like people look for Lil Baby for for some reason look for Lil Baby for content. For like, you know what I'm saying? Like for bars. I mean, I don't see why, but I understand if you have to choose between the two. If you have to choose between Lil Baby and Dub Baby, I hope you choose Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? I like.
I choose none. I don't need.
Can I read a few lines from somebody who's better than J. Cole? The first nigga play, I'm a body a nigga. I just check my balance. I'll probably pull up to your hood. Come buy me a nigga. No cap. You know that your hoe told me that nigga crazy. Don't think that she lied to you, nigga, bitch. Get caught. This is who's better. Wow. Go with your hoe when I'm popping them both. Now they high just like Bobby and Whitney.
Yo, Molly, play that what again, son? Play that what again? I need to hear that what again, cause yeah, cause that's
nah, bro, that's just ass juice.
Just say you should have gave the baby pack it up, cause that man needed.
Yo, the baby could get canceled again, boy.
The baby ain't giving no reason to pack him up.
This is the reason to back him up.
The reason.
Like that's not a good enough. I mean, in comparison to the people that was on the poll, like the baby went. Nah, like especially with everything else that happened after I posted the poll. Yeah, nah, it would have been extended.
Roddy is right. I need us to treat the baby like they treated the game and cancel that shit again.
He ain't learned his lesson the first time, my boys.
Oh shoot. Oh man. Let's get to the premiere news.
All right, let's get to the premiere news, y'all.
Oh man. So first, we're gonna talk about Billboard released a top I guess 100 lists and for groups. And I'm gonna name the top 20. I'm gonna name the top 20. All right, 20 UGK, 19 G Unit, 18 36 Mafia, 17 Cypher Hill, 16 the Beastie Boys, 15 Naughty by Nature, 14 the Fugees, 13 Mobb Deep, 12 Grandmaster Flash, Furious 5. 11, The Migos. 10, The Roots. 9, De La Soul. 8, Salt and Pepper. 7, Eric B. and Rakim. 6, Public Enemy. 5, Run DMC. 4, A Tribe Called Quest. 3, NWA. 2, The Wu-Tang Clan. And number 1, Outkast. Do y'all agree with that list? And who will be your top 5 for groups?
If you all you have to do is if you switch the top 2 spots, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll be okay.
Switch the
Everything
top
else,
2 spot.
yes.
So you think Wu-Tang Clan was better than Outkast?
Yes. I'm not to be fair, I'm not saying Outkast is trash. Let's not do that. But if you ask me to compare Wu-Tang Clan versus Outkast, I'm picking Wu-Tang Clan every time. Number 1, city bias. You just gotta deal with that. City bias. You know what I'm saying? We, especially as New Yorkers, we give the South way too much credit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of giving that credit to our homegrown talent. I've never seen a group of No, wait, hold on.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you.
Yeah. All right, so real quick. I've never seen a group, right, that had like 15 to 30 members in it. And like 95% of those members, all 95% of them can spit.
Well, I did see a group like that. You know what that group name was? Laser Glory.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know what I'm saying? It's a really big thing. So for me, I would put Wu-Tang Clan at number 1, Outkast at number 2, and if we're talking about top 5 personal groups, Wu-Tang number 1, Outkast at number 2, NWA at number 3. Who else? Number 4, I would probably say G Unit because they had that fire run in the early 2000s. And of course, once again, city bias, Dipset.
Oh my God. All right.
Hey,
it is what
it is. It is what it is.
We could throw your whole
All right.
away.
Name a group, right? That can sit there and transform from rappers that pretty much created a whole fashion that niggas follow, because niggas did follow it, to a podcast that's now really up there, a sports podcast that's really up there right now.
No. That wasn't a group. That was Cameron. All right.
But it's part of the group.
That was part of the Cameron.
Which was part of the Diplomats. Like, what we talking about? Like,
Cameron before the Diplomat. What are we talking about here?
Cameron was Cameron, right? But here's the thing. After he got with the Diplomats, that's really what it was. Like, niggas ain't talking about that group he formed with Mace and Big L. Let's be real. Big L dead and Mace with him. Co-starring on it is what it is. Like, what?
Hey. First of all, was Purple Haze a Dipset album?
Purple Haze had members of Dipset on that album. Dipset
was it a Dipset album? That time. Was my question.
It wasn't a Dipset album, but you know what was a Dipset album? Diplomatic Immunity.
We know.
And we just got finished talking about it last episode about how that shit was lit. So I don't want to see any backtracking now, or y'all getting packed the fuck up too.
No. Ain't no backtracking. I like Diplomatic Immunity. It was not. Dipset is just not better than the niggas you named. They just not.
I'm not, bro. I said that they're at number 5. I didn't say they were better than.
Bro, they listen, this is a matter of opinion, but Dipset can't be at the top. Dipset's
up there for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Dipset's up there for me. I ain't gonna hold you, but that, you know what I'm saying? That's where I was at 5. You know what I'm saying? Honorable mention.
True Life. The Dips is over. The Dips is over.
True Life. And that nigga ain't had no career after that nowhere. At least the niggas in Dipset still had some type of career afterwards. That nigga had like that nigga had a half a summer, and that was it.
It was a good half a summer. That nigga came out with one song that had bars in it and killed the whole group.
And niggas ain't speak about, and niggas ain't sense. It's like you playing You might as well just put cannabis up there at that rate.
Shout out to cannabis.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you might as well put them up there with that if we're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Dipset number 5. Who I said was a 4. G-Unit was 4. NWA was 3. Outkast is 2. Wu-Tang is 1.
All right. What about your Molly?
All right. So as far as the list goes, I don't know if I would have put Outkast in my number 1 spot either. But in terms of their list, I can't think of a better number 1 spot. I mean, who had the impact that Outkast had over the course of what, 10 to 15 years? Because people forget how long Outkast was out.
Yeah,
People don't.
Minute.
People don't talk about how Outkast spawned the Goody Mob and the Dungeon Family.
Yeah.
Right? People don't talk about how big Big Boy is still. People don't talk about how big Andre is. People think Outkast is just Big Boy and Andre. They forget about the Goody Mob. They forget about CeeLo. They forget about what's them boys? And I love their song. Sick of being lonely.
I was good. What's that? Goody Mob?
Field Mob.
Field Mob.
Field Mob. Sorry.
People forget about the Field Mob. All of that came from Outkast. Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. Get Up, Get Out, Get Some. Aquamini. All of that. So in terms of just impact as overall and things like that, they did their thing.
Did, yeah.
I do not think the Wu-Tang Clan should be in the number 1 spot. Although the Wu-Tang Clan is legendary.
Yeah.
We're not going to take their legendary status. That number 2 spot is right for them.
Yeah.
But it's just the heights that Outkast achieved cannot be compared to the heights that Wu-Tang achieved. Like Outkast completely blew them out the water.
And if you had to
before you get to the top 5 question, I want to ask Alvin something, right? I'll ask you a question. What's the last Goody Mob song you like?
The last Goody Mob song I like? Ooh.
Yeah. Honestly, what's the last?
Don't try to put me on the spot.
Nah, for real.
Because Goody Mob is good. I went to a Goody Mob show. I went to the Dungeon Family show.
That's great. What's the last Goody Mob song you like?
Okay,
all right, I'll give you an easy one. What's the last Field Mob song you like?
Sick of Being Lonely. So What? It was a couple.
Okay. All right. What's the last CeeLo song you like?
Fuck you.
All right. So all of these songs, right? I know for a fact came out in 2010, 2015, give or take, right? May have been earlier.
Only came out 25.
Bro, that was like what? 12, 15 years ago, my guy. You know what I'm saying? You talk about the impact Outkast had, right? Which is great.
When was the last Wu-Tang album?
Bro, there was a last. When was the album, but unfortunately, that album was only one copy, and Martin Shkreli brought it. And then I think when he got caught up, another company ended up getting it. But you can't hear it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because it was only one. You know what I'm saying? It was one. But no, like this shit can't make sense. You kept talking about the legacies of Goody Field Mob and all these other acts, right? Which, to be fair, that's a true point. I will give you that.
Outkast brought us Sleepy Brown.
What's the last Sleepy Brown song you like? You can't say I Can't Wait.
It definitely might have been Margarita. That's a really nice song.
And you want to talk about somebody falling off? There's somebody right there, Sleepy Brown.
You're not talking about who fell off and didn't fall off. Nigga, half this list fell off.
This is true.
We talking about where they place in the legacy. This is not a fall off list. We're not trying to insult these people.
Yeah.
This is a listing. So what the last Goody Mob song was in 2005? It was good.
Molly, who your top 5? Who would you put in your top 5?
Dude.
Why? Because I'm like, I bet this is great. What's the last one you like? You know what I'm saying? Like, you pulled out set from like 2008. I was like, what we doing? Like, what?
Sans only thought Jones, yo.
Like, what is this? Like,
First
what
of all-
is this?
Yo, Molly, who your top five? If you would have to make a top five list for group, who would be your top five?
If I had to do a top 5 groups,
Yeah.
me personally, or like if I had to really judge it based on who's good.
Yeah. Like based on this list, like who would you be your top five? You had to make the same list. Who is your top five? Like,
Let me see. They're looking for their list too. I cannot find it. Wait, you said who made this list anyway? Billboard or Rolling
Billboard.
Stone?
Billboard. The Billboard.
So let me
Billboard
see.
is actually pretty solid on this list, though. If it was Rolling Stone, they would have put Young Money in the Migos at the 1 and 2 position.
God.
Yeah, man.
That's a fact, yo. That's a fact.
They would have definitely did some shit like that.
That's a fact. We spoke about Rolling Stone like a couple episodes ago, so yeah, we know the deal. We know the deal.
All right, my number 5 spot would go to my number 5 spot would go to like, what was that group? Black Star, Most Def and Talib Kweli.
Okay.
Right. This is mine. Right. This is my person. Now, if we're gonna make a list on actual impact and stuff, they couldn't be that high. I'm so. Number 4 spot goes to the Yin Yang Twin.
We're pretty rough.
You said they wait, hold on. So you said Dipset wouldn't be up there, right? But then you put the Yin Yang Twins in.
This was a joke.
Oh,
joke.
okay.
It was a
You got-
joke. Square
You
word.
got
It was a
you
joke.
put the laugh track on there, bro. Come on now. It's got to be somewhere. Put the laugh track on there.
Oh, man, yeah, laugh track on there. I agree with that. That would be funny.
Shit, fires.
I can't laugh all the time. I can't laugh all the time.
My number four spot, that would actually go to Heavy D and the Boys, because we don't give enough old school love. That one's sticking. Heavy D and the Boys should have they should have been higher on this list anyway, just because they were like very, very like important.
I mean,
But
they
I
was
guess
on the
it's
list, but they was on the lower part of it.
super low end. I'm saying they should have been on the high part of the list. Like if Brand Nubian got onto that list, they should have been the higher part of this list. Actually, let me see. Did we show love to the Ghetto Boys?
We should.
Listen, this list is hard to make in my brain because there's so many great groups, so many great things happen. You could do it for legacy reasons. You could put the Lock/D Block up there. Bone Thugs and Harmony should be up on this list, but maybe not that high.
They should be high, a little bit higher. I'm sure about that. Maybe
they should be a little bit higher on the list where they at. But I really think that's an impact thing. The Fugees would probably catch my number 3 spot.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked about they were not in the top 10.
And I get why they weren't in the top 10 because they didn't make enough. But the one thing they did, my freaking God, did they go crazy? That album is fucking luxurious. You hear what I'm telling you guys? Luxurious. What else we got to throw up there? Did I say D12?
No.
Well, D12 would get my
No,
number.
but that's a solid entry.
They'll definitely get my number 5 spot. So D12, Heavy D and the Boys, Fugees, Wu-Tang, Outkast / Dungeon Family.
Nice. Roddy, how you feel
I
about
gotta.
this? And who are your top 5?
Damn. I don't even know who to choose in my top 5. Sheesh.
Special mention to a tribe.
Of course, so much up here that I'm looking at the list right now. So much up here I'm a fan of. Same. Gotta say the Fugees will definitely be number 3 though. Outkast was definitely good at. I mean, Outkast number 1 over Wu-Tang. Kind of agree with Sands, but only because Wu-Tang have all the members and so much different talent that they should have hit the number 1 spot. You know? So let me see. Number 5, Fuji's number 4. For me, so see what I was saying. Definitely will put the Roots. Number 3. It's probably nobody said a couple of rap groups in New York that should have been up here in the top 20, y'all, right? So, definitely gonna put Mobb Deep for number 3. Some reason I want 3 6 Mafia as number 2.
Yeah. 3 6 Mafia.
Roddy really just put 3 6 Mafia as the second greatest group of all time. But
Yeah,
My opinion,
I didn't
though.
know. I
it's a
I,
favorite.
I didn't get
It's
as
a
near.
favorite.
Right, he didn't get nearly as much
It's a
pushback as
favorite
I did
play.
for my Dipset number 5. But all right,
Oh,
We
go
could put
Because he
we could
clarified
put
that
rap
it's a favorite
collaborators.
play.
say again,
We
Roddy.
could put rap labels and collaborators and stuff.
Like groups that they make
Group.
songs together, like
Group.
as a group with a name or at least a consistent means of being together.
I'll put State Property then. Number 1.
State property.
yeah, I'm gonna let Shot have that. Yeah, have that.
Oh God. Oh God.
Come on, guys, same energy, same energy.
Yeah,
I had
Roddy.
Dipset at 5. Y'all was shitting on me.
Oh gosh.
Not state
Yeah,
property,
I-
even
I-
though what you
I know.
do is wrong.
I
That's
don't
my
agree
shit.
with that.
Sorry.
I don't agree with that. I mean, number 1,
His number 1 is going to be Young Guns next time.
Hey, Roddy, what's the last Freeway song you like?
Sadly,
And don't say Flip Side.
I was gonna say All Right and Flip Side, but
that was easy. That was easy for Roddy. Yo. For my kids.
Gotta do it for my kids, man. Gotta do it for the kids.
Come on, crack a 41 a son.
When the sun go down.
Yeah, I hope you don't get straight for that. but yeah.
I'm
Don't
sorry,
worry.
bro.
Don't worry. Each clip is under 10 seconds.
Okay.
Fair use. Fair
Perfect.
use. Remember how Kevin Samuels used to just say it on his show?
Fair use. Fair use.
Fair use.
Fair use.
Fact. How I feel about this list? I mean, this is actually pretty decent. I mean, of course, a few changes, but this is pretty decent in my opinion. I ain't gonna hold you. I am conflicted between Outkast and Wu-Tang, number 1 and number 2. I'm not gonna hold you. And for both reasons, for Sam and Molly explained it, it's both good reasons, though. I ain't gonna hold you for both good reasons. Cause Wu-Tang, they had many hits and stuff like that. They put out bad albums. They just finished their show and they got documentaries. But I gotta also agree too that Outkast did made an impact though. And stuff like that. I'm not gonna hold you. Outkast did made an impact though. So I ain't gonna hold you this so yeah, I mean both groups is dope. It's hard. I gotta hold you, so it's kinda hard to really pick. But if I had to pick my 5, number 5, I do agree. I'm gonna say the Fuji for number 5. I agree with that. Number 4, NWA. Number 3, A Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe. Finally some tribe love.
Tribe Called Quest. Number 2, I'm gonna say Wu-Tang. Number 1, Outkast.
because Outkast was just that damn group.
Yeah.
We need some Southern playalistic Cadillac music.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna hold you, it was hard. It was hard to pick between the two. I ain't gonna hold you.
See, this is the problem. This is shit I be talking about, y'all.
Yeah.
I've been quiet for way too long. This is shit I've been talking about, bro. When we got New York niggas, Southern niggas, way too much fucking credit, bro.
Saying,
nah,
this is
bro.
not the Source Awards in
No.
1995
Nah, bro. Y'all not going to
where
2006,
Outkast
7
won.
and shit, bro. Like, nah, y'all not going to 2006 where he goes down south and then steals the South's fucking flow when he comes back up north. You feel me?
Saying
Like this
man said Wu-Tang and A Tribe Called Quest. I said
both-
Heavy D
both.
and the Boys. They from all of these niggas from up here.
For New York.
I mean,
This
Roddy
is-
was wilding with the Philly niggas, but they still up north.
he was though, to be fair.
Roddy
I will-
yeah.
Like I'm just hearing this shit, bro. I'm like, bro, what is New York? Like, what? Did we really give up the game to the South, bro?
A long time ago. Did you hear when Fat Joe started rapping like he's from the South? Did you hear when
a lot of
don't
New
switch your
York
style
guys
up, and if they hate,
No.
then let them hate?
I know this been going on for a long time, but I'm like, nigga, damn, bro.
Yes.
And I know we trying to get it back with our own drill, but that shit ain't even kosher for us. There's a
know
bunch of
it's not.
17-year-olds speaking about another bunch of 17-year-olds that can't fight, and they just want to go to the gun.
That's exactly what it is.
None of
Bunch
these
of
niggas
kids,
can
like
fight.
even if you
but
watch the
everybody-
videos, all kids, they be at playgrounds sometimes.
Nah,
They can't.
facts. You know what I'm saying? But it's a whole thing. Maybe it's old headed. I don't know. Maybe it's old headed me. But
Nah.
yeah, man.
It is, but it's not at the same time, because this is drill music ain't doing it. Are they even groups? They're single rappers who say that they're part of groups when the groups are actually what, gangs, right? At least that's what Gunna told us.
Yep.
And Saturday, I'm not even feeling the New York scene this generation at all. So I mean,
Graham, you got some guys in New York, New Jersey region that's really trying to do shit. But you already know, we talked about this before. You got the older dudes that, you know, that want to do the shooting, but can't do the shooting because they're on their second or third strike. So they get the young niggas to do the shooting. These young niggas won't do the shooting. And then they want to rap about it because, you know, rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's part of the whole shit. Labels pick it up. They're like, okay, this is something that we can push to like the white kids out in Wyoming or whatever. And it's lit.
Shout out to Wyoming.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you get a nice little mansion out there for like 195, like 195,000.
Right.
But-
You just have to be next to one of them compounds where they do the sister wife thing.
Yeah, you gotta be next to Pound Town. But other than that, you good. That's another thing I want to get into. Fucking Pound Town. Like, what the fuck? What's your thoughts, real quick? We going off script, I know, but we'll get back. What's your thoughts on that shit? Fucking Pound Town. Pound Town.
So my thoughts on it is, why did they let her perform that inches away from Dr. Bobby Jones? That's my thoughts.
Yeah.
He really did do that though. That's
They
crazy.
really did that. Yeah.
She was right next to him screaming about how her booty hole is brown.
And I gotta hold you. I don't pay attention to new school like that, but I didn't hear the song until the BT Awards. So yeah.
It was like Pound Town.
I heard the song before that because my Moroccan roommate, he heard that song and he's just singing all the lyrics. So he's singing about how his pussy pink and his booty hole brown.
Hey,
Oh, did you tell him, hey, yo, did you tell him pause, my guy?
We
What?
yelled at him. And he's
You had
like,
a group meeting.
but I just like the song. It's the beat.
Nigga, play the instrumental.
That's what we said.
Oh shoot.
You out here singing, Pound. You're a grown man.
Yo,
Bro,
Roddy, you got anything to say about this Pound Town situation?
Pound Town, nah, that song is just crazy, bro. I'm not with it.
There you go. Yo,
Nah,
says
bro. If you're a grown man singing Pound Town, bro, you gotta get packed up.
there you go.
Matter of
No.
fact,
Oh, we didn't
Melly.
talk about the girl Lotto.
What about Lotto?
What about her?
What
Right.
about
Yeah, it's cool because
what?
they get the rip me off the plastic.
Who could Roddy? Do we
Another
I'm here
bad
to
song, bro. Another bad song.
I'm here to tell you, we don't care.
I don't care.
Rip
We
me out
don't
the
care about
plastic.
Lotto.
People, man, that's crazy.
Clearly,
I just wanted to throw that in real fast, but go, we
Clearly-
can move on.
Clearly, Roddy care.
Hold
You're
on.
Roddy, you be out here singing "Rip Me Out the Plastic."
Nah, I definitely don't.
So Roddy trying to get his plastic ripped out.
Hey yo,
What the fuck?
yo, yo, that's wild. Yo,
All right, moving on, right?
Yo, say it. Take the next topic. It's Johnathan Majors. I can't talk no more.
all right, yeah. If y'all been following this, Johnathan Majors shit, man. I've been talking about it on King Talk. We've been talking about it on Boyz. Apparently, if you've been following it, he been accused of assault and battery on his ex. But I'm gonna sound like Mr. McMahon with the Chris Benoit shit right now. He's been accused of that real quick, but however, some like 2 or 3 weeks later, the actual events came to light. With some new information, we found out it's not quite what it seems. Come to find out, there's evidence now stating that not only Johnathan Majors didn't attack this woman, however, she ended up attacking him and then ended up going to another club and then blacking out at at his apartment in the closet after a night out.
Wait, hold on, Tim. Hold on, because this one is near and dear to me,
Oh gosh.
right? But I need us to get these details right because we need to really talk about what happened. She didn't just simply black out and go to his house. She broke into his house. He had already texted her, "I'm breaking up with you because you were wilding earlier." She broke into his house, put herself in his bed, injured herself with the intent of getting him in trouble.
And
That's what she did.
and thankfully, he had a lot of witnesses to corroborate a lot of this stuff. Like you got the driver,
video, testimony,
the
even her own
fans.
text.
And you want to know, you want to know something crazy about Johnathan Majors about this whole situation? He was going through that whole ordeal in that car, right, with this crazy wildebeest. Because we're not even gonna call her a woman or a female. We're gonna call her a wildebeest.
Yes.
He got into this whole confrontation with this wildebeest, right? Leaves the car, and then you got these fans, right? That's like, oh, it's Johnathan Majors. Oh my God, it's Johnathan Majors. Let's go take a pic with Johnathan Majors. Oh my God. And they go take, and he takes the pics with them. Stand up fucking guy, you know what I'm saying? Stand up guy.
Top tier individual.
But come to find out, those fans will be pretty helpful in this situation. So now, not only this helps exonerate him from them charges, he's going to hit the mean Uno reverse card and press charges on the ex.
That's a fact.
Fellas, what do you think about this whole situation here?
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. When the thing was coming out the first time, but about the whole situation, I always knew something was not right about it. So I didn't want to talk about it too much. I wanted to wait until more things come out. But hearing this now, I kind of knew it, and people gave up on him and stuff like that. They like I said, they're gonna feel really stupid when he gonna come out innocent. And on top of that, even though he was through winning, he got made goods on his side. Yeah, there you go.
Roddy?
Man, this is crazy how this all played out with the woman. This is glad that we're finally getting the truth from both sides and shedding light on the whole situation. That's all I gotta say.
Well, okay. Here's what I have to say. First of all, it feels good
Haha.
to have been right. And the thing is, I wasn't right because I said, oh, he didn't do anything, because that's not what I would do. Because I wasn't there. I don't even know what state they were in for real. Was it Cali? They in LA? Whatever. It doesn't matter to me because I'm not them.
I think it was here. It
It
was in
probably
New
is.
York. It was here. It was in New York. He got
Great.
arrested in New York. Yeah.
That's great too. What I simply told this person was, let's hold off because we don't have all the details. The only details we did have is that he probably didn't do it. I said that, right? That tweet aged like fine wine, fellas.
Word.
Yeah.
I mean, all I tell people is we need to come at these things with a more balanced perspective, because it's very easy to automatically assume that the rich person is the bad guy. It's very easy to automatically assume that the man is the bad guy. It's very easy to automatically assume that the black person in this situation is the bad guy. All three of these things happen to a good guy. A guy, like Sands just said, this guy was going through it and still stopped middle of his day to show some love to some fans of his work. Mind you, you got this crazy girl attacking you, doing weird stuff, being mean, all this type of stuff. People, if you've ever had a crazy ass girlfriend, a mean ass girlfriend, a rude ass girlfriend, an abusive ass girlfriend, yes, let's use that A word because that's exactly what it is, abuse.
Yo. Perfect
If-
example.
if-
Perfect
mhm.
example. Hold on. Sorry to cut you on, Mally. Perfect example. Johnny Depp. Continue.
Who?
Johnny
Johnny
Depp.
Depp.
Right.
Perfect example. Continue.
But if you've ever had that situation, you understand how hard it is to just put it to the side and try to do whatever you got to do in your normal life. He immediately took those pictures, and those fans, that pictures, that good love that he put out came back, and you could love to see it, because the thing is, had he not done that, he'd probably still look mad sus. Because the thing is, when you get accused of this type of stuff, you need overwhelming evidence to so that people will not just keep going around calling you a rapist, regardless of the result of things. You need overwhelming evidence that you didn't do it, which is crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Thomas Clarence, Justice Clarence Thomas, that's what it is. I messed it up. He got off because the person wasn't even in the same state as him. But the fact still remains, he had to take it all the way up to the point of publicity and law to prove that.
Mm-hmm.
So back to the sky. When are we gonna have accountability for that? Like, when are people, of course things happen. Of course people are bad. Of course things happen. But we need accountability for when things hadn't happened. We need accountability because people can't just think that they're going to get a bag because they got too close to a star and they might be able to say he did something. You understand that? That waters down the pool. There are women out here every day having some level of domestic violence, having some level of sexual violence happen to them. We don't need people like that lady gumming up the works. We need there to be some sharp, and I mean some sharp accountability for this type of stuff, because we know how this works. If anybody doesn't believe him, regardless of how this case goes through, you seen he almost got fired from his $1 million job.
Yeah.
Because a chick with no evidence of anything said that he did something.
And to be fair, like people would sit there and they'll see the tapes for that. You know, Johnathan Majors getting it. A lot of people say, "Oh, he can take it. Oh, he's a man. He can take it." Then he just got finished doing Creed 3. Yeah, he could take it. You know, and I'm like, bro, this person. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk. You can't speak on equality, right?
Mhm.
And then be okay with the inequality of the situation.
You can't.
And talking about, oh, we're equal. Get the fuck out of here. We're not equal, bro.
Not at all.
Never was.
You obviously expect more from men, so let's stop playing the game. You obviously expect more from men, so let men expect what they expect from you, and let's live it like that. Or let's really play this thing evenly, and every time you say something and cry a little bit, we still have to go through our due process. We still have to do all these things to make sure you're telling the truth. Because that's what men would have to do. It don't matter if a man cry. People still gonna do their due diligence. They still gonna use the word alleged. They still gonna act in certain ways as if to not overly implicate somebody before they know the facts. We can't. Women have run that card out now.
Yo,
Can't do it.
Yo, you know what I hate? I hate when this whole thing going on. I hated the fact that woman was upset that he was dealing with a white girl. Then he went to a black girl making good, and people still upset.
They was upset at Megan Good because they hadn't had the time to comb through this mountain of evidence that he didn't do this heinous ass crime.
Yeah.
So they thinking that she's siding up with a rapist. No, she's siding up with a good dude who's getting railroaded by fucking dweebs on Twitter. Stop me when I stop telling the truth.
No, you should keep preaching.
And you know what the fucked up part about that is?
Yeah.
A lot of people that be rooting against the whole major shit be the same ones talking about, oh, we want black love. We want people in our black communities. And then y'all sit there and y'all see Megan Good support Jonathan Majors during this tough time for him, where basically his whole career is on the line. And y'all like, oh, that's not a good look. Like, bro, come on, which one is it? You can't deal with. You look down on him for dealing with a white. Then he goes to he deals with a black, and then now y'all mad at that too. Like, are y'all just mad because the nigga's successful, bro? And he's trying to he pretty much beat this.
Yup.
Is that what this is?
Yup.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if it was on the other side, if a black woman went to a white guy, it wouldn't be a big thing. But
it's never
it never is a big thing.
We keep that conversation somewhere else, you know.
They treat it's even worse. They treat black women that go to white men like superheroes. Like
as a matter of fact,
like they came up.
Yo, Mally, wasn't there a case where a white football player was beating the brakes off a black woman? And
why? Yes, there was. I forgot his name.
And you know,
they buried it, but yes, there was. He was beating tar out of this woman.
And not only they didn't really press charges on him like that, but then swirlers all around the country forgave him.
This motherfucker didn't miss a game.
Craziness.
Still played. Team made the playoffs, in fact, I believe.
Yes. Because I think he was on the Seahawks. He was on a good team.
They definitely was in the playoffs.
Didn't miss a motherfucking game, bro.
But yeah, Jonathan Majors getting through the mud by our people.
Our women.
Yeah.
Not just our people, our women.
Yep.
And the thing is, they deluded themselves so much to think that their feelings are fact. So when they jump on these big social media platforms and they talk about can women just feel their feelings? No, you can't just feel your feelings because somebody's life is really on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Murder. I don't believe you.
Murder. Yeah.
Murder. Your life's on the line. I should have just played. I got the things down.
Yeah. But I believe the trial is still going on. I believe, right? The trial's still going on, right?
No.
Yeah.
They dropped the charges against him. They looking to put charges on her now.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, he pulled up the little reverse card on her.
Bro, there was so much evidence that if they would have tried to press him, we would have had to sue the entire justice system of the United States of America for racism, and we might have won because there is so much there was so much evidence from day one. Yeah. We already knew she didn't really break her hand. We already seen the videos of her at the bar after.
We all knew that already. We knew that already.
We already knew.
We knew that.
We already had that evidence. We already had the text messages where she's apologizing for being a wild girl. But literally the things that she said she didn't do, she's apologizing for.
Yeah.
We already had the text messages with her apologizing for the abuse. We already had the proof that she was never abused. Why did it take this long for him to get everything cleared up? I don't know. Because I know why. Because when it's a black man going through something, everybody jumps down their throat quick as you can. It's so quick now that even as a business, if you're anywhere near anything like this, you jump away real quick. They don't realize that jumping away makes the person look even worse. So everybody that didn't stay by Jonathan's major side, that didn't keep up the publicity that he was doing, GQ magazine for not pressing nothing now, all of y'all, Sands, please.
I'm sorry?
I was about to take over the thing you do. I need you to do the thing to all those people.
Oh, what? Pack it up?
Oh, pack them the fuck up, please.
Pack them the fuck up. Yo, matter of fact, here's a better one for you. Here's a better one. Because honestly, with all of this that's coming out, right? I need to see apologies.
I agree.
I need to see an apology from Marvel. I need to see an apology from his agents that dropped him. I need to see apologies from
the army.
From the army. I need to see
Damn
apologies
army.
from the ladies that said that, oh, Johnathan made is a predator and they need to cancel him. I need to see
hold on, cut you. I need an apology, a specific apology from a fake ass friend who, when I brought this up, decided to do ad hominems. I need an apology. I need an apology from you. And no. It does not have to involve my dick in your throat. It doesn't have to do that. I'm already past that. All I need is an apology. If you want to get on your hands and knees for the apology, please, but do not get up and try to suck the dick. You can't do
that.
That's the thing. I need to see apologies. If not, they're getting packed up.
I agree. I feel like everybody deserves to give this man an apology. I agree with that for real. I agree. But yeah, there you go. All right, so we got the Supreme Court. Sands, you know more about this?
All right, so real quick, right? The Supreme Court this week has been on one. Say on one, I mean on one. They woke up this morning and chose all types of violence. All right, so first off, right? The Supreme Court struck down the Biden student loan forgiveness plan, which would have paid off at least $10,000 to $20,000 worth of student loan debt to everybody who had student loan debt. You know, they went to the Supreme Court. They apparently just went all the way up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ended up striking that down, saying that it was not only it was unconstitutional, but he's saying that he doesn't have the power to, put that stuff out there. So you already going through things with that, right? So in the midst of the whole uproar with the student loan situation, right? Apparently the Supreme Court thought it'd be a great idea to spin the block and come back around and end affirmative action, right? Drawing criticism from a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? So apparently, this is quoted from NBC News. The Supreme Court has issued a divided ruling on a pair of challenges to affirmative action policies at Harvard and the University of North Carolina, with potential implications across higher education and beyond. So basically, it's saying like, hey, we can't base your entry into these schools just off race. It just has to come off merit. You know what I'm saying? Even though for people that don't look like us, they're able to get that leg up that we can now not get. You know what I'm saying?
Because they've been making it through nepotism and money the whole time. Fuck merit. Half of these people, if they had to get in on their own volition to these colleges, they would never have been able to make it in. They've been getting in off money and merit. So the only equalizer that the purposely disenfranchised minorities of this country had, Mike Pence said, the time has passed for it. Suck my dick.
You know what's crazy? One of the people there, right, that took down, how can I put this? one of the there's like getting back to your point, there's a lot of people that benefited off that's in power now, right? That for some reason like are doubling back on this whole affirmative action situation. And one of them is the Supreme Court's very own Clarence Thomas.
Oh, he came up again. Baba Booey,
You
Baba
know,
Booey.
and he actually voted again. He voted to strike this down. You know, and he actually had a quote that I'm looking to pull up now regarding regarding the whole regarding the whole situation. I'm trying to pull it up without having to, you know what I'm saying, having to pay for to read the ad, bro. Like what the fuck? Can we not read that? No, they don't really read that. So no. He said he called the programs in question, quote, this according to MSNBC. Thomas calls the programs in question rudderless, race-based preferences designed to ensure a particular racial mix in the entering classes, and wrote that they fly in the face of our colorblind constitution and our nation's equality ideal.
Wait. Hold up.
Keep in mind, the
Wait.
Constitution also states us only being 3/5 of a person.
See, that's what I was going to bring up. The Constitution, written by slave owners that didn't view black people as people but as livestock, is colorblind. They literally wrote the words, "We hold these truths to be self-evident that every man is created as equal," while raping some man's wife in front of him on purpose. Thomas Jefferson did. They said every man is created equal. They endowed them to their freedom and liberty and the pursuit of happiness, while owning so many slaves that it outnumbered you in the South. When the fuck has this Constitution been colorblind? Nigga, they didn't even completely outlaw slavery.
That's the thing. You still could go through slavery in these prisons. It's just it's just whether you get caught up. Now you get caught up. Now now you're in these spaces.
The entirety of our system is built to catch up certain levels of people. It's built to strangulate resources. Strangulated resources results in criminal activity for survival. Criminal activity results in punishing actions and rehabilitation, which results in the legalized slavery of you as a prisoner. This system has been in place. Literally, the least they could have done is leave affirmative action the hell alone to make sure some black people can get in the fucking school. And you know what happens when the black people get in the schools? Look this up, Sam. A lot of these times, they be doing weird shit to them, attacking them, cussing them out, calling them niggas in the middle of fucking cafeteria. Yeah, this one story, the girl had a roommate. The girl would get sick, and she didn't know why she was getting sick. Turned out her white roommate was putting dirty tampon juice in her fucking mouthwash.
Oh, bro, dude.
Stop me when I stop telling the truth. In her
And
fucking mouth.
the crazy thing about it, I looked at that story, is actually fact.
I am the voice of the voiceless out here. Stop me. I'll stop talking when I stop telling the truth. And he had the nerve, Clarence Thomas's black ass had the nerve, the unmitigated gall, the intestinal fortitude to say our colorblind constitution. Nigga, we was arguing about whether we gonna let gay people get married for the last 40 fucking years. This shit matters to y'all. I need the only thing the Constitution should be doing, the only thing the Supreme Court should be doing, the only thing the scrotus fucking ball sacks should be doing is helping to equalize everything, because they have judgments to create that does 400 years of separatist damage, and they decide to get rid of affirmative action under the grounds that we need to keep our Constitution colorless.
It's funny you mentioned that because you talk about the LGBTQ plus community, right?
Yeah.
I regret to inform you guys, right, that, and I hope like we got some LGBTQ plus listeners that's listening to this podcast right now. I want them to listen to this part very intensively, bro.
Yeah,
If you honestly think that the Supreme Court isn't going to spin the block a third time and hit a back to back to back on y'all niggas, y'all got another thing coming, because that's next. Next thing you know, the whole affirmative action, that was a test. Roe v. Wade, test. Biden's student loan program, test.
No, that was just
right?
them putting Biden in his place for lying.
Yeah, they just had to put that CPAP mask back up on him again. They were like, nah, bro, you tripping. Go back to sleep. You feel me?
Damn it.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Don't be surprised if they talk about gay marriage. If they haven't already. Don't be surprised if they talk about ruling out LGBTQ plus discrimination. Don't be surprised. Don't say Aaron Sanders ain't telling y'all that the Supreme Court going to spin the block a third time and hit y'all with a back to back to back. Because that is very likely to happen.
they've been on one lady though.
Mm-hmm. Like our Supreme Court is making bad decision after bad decision, and these are the people. These are the people that Obama. No, these are the people that Trump put on.
Yeah.
This is when he was in office and he had a whole chair. He was like, "Listen, we're gonna make the whole Supreme Court undivided."
Right. He made the Supreme Court extremely conservative, which
and he knew what he was doing. So Trump didn't need to get elected to a second term to sit there and make those changes. Those changes are always going to be, they're going to be there for the rest of the generation going to the next. This is why I say voting is important.
shoot, here's the problem, Sam. Based on what you just said, that very sentence, Trump did something where he future-proofed his next reign as our president. At this point, it might as well be WWE because it's foolish. And the thing is, if he doesn't get disqualified from running, mark my words, because I was right in 2016, if he doesn't get disqualified from running, he's going to win again. Especially,
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Especially if the incumbent is still sleepy Joe Biden. He's going to crush Joe Biden.
And that's the scary part, because here it is. 2016, I'd have been like, nah, get out of here. Now here it is in 2024. Listen, I mean, look, I wouldn't even be surprised, because here it is.
Yeah, though.
You know, even though Republicans are saying, oh, nah, we don't want Trump, secretly deep down, besides the
who can beat him?
Who's really going to beat him? And the only way Trump can sit there and not get beat, Trump to actually get beat, is if he don't beat the states. You know what I'm saying? Because Democrats been coming up with different ways to try to get them caught up on these charges. And you got a lot of charges on them, yes. But if this shit don't end with Trump in a jumpsuit, in cuffs, in a jail cell, then he's winning the election.
Exactly.
Because ain't no way you're gonna sit there and pump fake us all this time to try to think like, oh, this is something that's gonna happen. This is something that's gonna happen, and then it never happens. As a matter of fact, not only he ends up beating the charges, then bro, Democrats are gonna look, and there's really no comeback for that, honestly.
Right.
Son, this whole presidency almost guarantees that we're getting a Republican president next anyway. So if it's not going to be Trump, I guarantee you them red state boys, they're going to find their winner and they're going to run them Because who we got? We got sleepy Joe Biden. Maybe
We got
if Bernie Sanders tries again and doesn't cower his tail and start supporting the people around him who are doing bullshit and not doing what he's doing, but he's too leftist, he's too centralist for them to even let him pass at this point. But we let
bro.
Joe freaking Biden.
I wouldn't even like Kamala pass, but the middle states aren't the flower states aren't feeling her like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Telling her for what though?
I mean,
They're not feeling her.
Ah, boy.
Trump literally led a coup on the United States of America, and he still hasn't seen jail time.
It's craziness.
You understand what I'm
Up,
saying?
up to now.
Craziness, yo.
If he gets it this time, he might take the whole country. We might have to be clapping up rednecks, like knocking them down. Nope, that is not the right phraseology, man.
And
Now I ain't gonna hold you. The only the bit because I always say there's always a silver lining in these things, right? The silver lining of Trump getting elected is that next time New York has a smoke emergency like how we had last time, at least we'll get $1,200 out of it.
Yeah.
Right? At least we get $1,200 out of it 3 times in like a 9-month period for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Because we may have been affected. Meanwhile,
Right.
the whole shit though, we get the whole smoke emergency going on here. Joe Biden sees through the whole shit.
No big sweeping documentary. We all had to figure out it was happening by breathing it in. I
Yeah,
know they got
literally.
weather.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? And then the dude, matter of fact, there's an interview, right? And I was trying to look this up. This is your homework assignment. Look up on MSNBC and look up an interview with Joe Biden Paul Wallace, right? On her show Deadline. And midway through the interview, right? As she's speaking, Joe Biden just gets up, right? And walks the fuck off. Just wanders off. Where does he go? I don't know. I mean, somebody brings him back to the table eventually. But
he might went to take a nap or something.
he just went up and just walked off. He started wandering around and shit, trying to go get him back. And sit him back down. I'm like, bro.
Blame the women.
And I'm like, bro, at this point, bro, listen, Trump, yeah, y'all better hope Trump gets convicted for this shit. Because if not, that's gonna be our president.
Man,
So,
like I said, so far the 2024 candidates, oh boy. Either way, we not winning.
I'm voting for Linda Stein. I'm voting independent, guys. And if I'm not the only person that's saying it, it's about time we shifted in America from just voting for Democrat and Republican. There are independent people who run for this election every single year. The only reason people do not watch this, and this is going to be the hardest thing to wrap your mind around. The only reason people do not vote for the independent parties is because they don't think the independent parties will win. Meanwhile, if they simply just voted for the independent party, guess who would win?
but here's the thing: people in America, especially people in America, want to be on and root for the winning team. It's all over our sports. It's all over our culture. It's always, if it's not Yankees versus Red Sox, it's Democrat and Republicans. If it's not Democrat and Republicans, it's Cardi B or if it's not Cardi B or Nicki, it's WWE or AEW. You know what I'm saying? It's always one or the other. Or it's either
and that's the
or it's either
worst
turd
part.
sandwich or giant douche. You feel me? Like,
no, and the thing is, that's the worst part because you're right. People in America are zoned for that one-on-one choice, but we got mad choices. It's not Nicki B. It's not Nicki or Cardi B. Nigga, you could listen to Rhapsody. Nigga,
I was
have you
just
heard
thinking
the
about
song
Johnson
Afeni?
Rhapsody.
It's really good. It's not AW and WWE. Nigga, you could watch TNA. Impact is really good.
Impact's really good if they get a better. I was talking about this. Impact's really good if they just get a better TV deal.
Yes, they super need a better TV deal.
Because what the fuck? Who watch Access?
Right. They are very, very small time.
That's
And
very small.
New Japan, there's options. What you don't understand, there are options. My son said a turd sandwich or what? Hold on, Tins. What you say? A turd sandwich or who?
Turd sandwich or giant douche?
Nigga, you could just eat deli meat.
Dude, I'll give you a better one. Joe Button podcast and the Drink Champs.
You could
You could
listen to the Premier Boys
The
podcast.
podcast, exactly. See what there you go. I'm glad y'all did that.
But people don't want to do that because people want to focus on the winning team. What's hot? Ooh, how can I jump on the most hot thing right now?
Popularity.
You know what I'm saying?
Done the
Mhm.
popularity contest. The popularity contest, yo. We did with that Robertson, the popularity contest, dude.
We've been dealing with it. Believe it or not, we've been dealing with this since public school. Pokemon Red or
Yep.
Pokemon Blue. It's the same game.
You could
And
get
and guess which one I picked? Yellow.
Red. Oh, you pick yellow. I pick red.
I pick yellow. I pick yellow.
Yellow.
Yellow after it came out. I was like, word, this is yellow? You got Pikachu following you around and that's your starter? Bruh. See, but the thing is, the third option, which is the independent party, gotta have better options than the other two parties for it to make sense. Not just, oh, we're gonna vote for these guys because the guys on both ends don't know what they're doing, so we're just gonna vote for him. But he might not have no better idea than the last two guys. So what are we really doing?
Sometimes they do. That's the point. They have fresher ideas, newer things. The Libertarian Party, the Green Party, those are the two most major independent parties in America right now. They have fresher ideas, fresher things they want to do. Or is everything going to get done? Probably not. But at least we can see what a president who isn't driven by an old party agenda, who isn't driven by a fucking 1800s popularity contest agenda, because that's all they're doing now. They're not even trying to be good at the presidency or be good at their jobs when it comes to serving us in these governmental positions. They're just trying to win the position.
Facts, yo. Facts.
It's just like Americans. They're just trying to get the job. And then you get the job and it's a programming job. And all of your experience was working at stock at Foot Locker. And now you in a program, you in front of that screen and you're seeing terms that you've never seen before. You're like, holy fuck. How am I gonna do this shit? I can't think my way out of this.
Lied on the resume. Now you stuck. You gotta quit and hope they're gonna pay you for the day.
Now you gotta put in your 2 weeks notice.
Here we go again with that.
And probably watch Tyler Perry movies and TV shows and see Medell all over again. And watch Whitney McCall Robinson get hired by the game again, get picked up by BT.
Yeah, brothers.
That's the only thing we don't got a choice in. If the game is coming back, Wendy Raquel Robinson is going to be on it. Whether we vote Democrat, Republican, Independent, or whatever, it's always Wendy Raquel Robinson.
Yeah, you know she gonna need work, bro. She gonna say yes. She gonna need work, bro. Like that's really it.
Listen, bro, I'm almost 1,000% sure they've offered her different roles. The only role she says yes for at this point is the game.
She loved the character.
Where's Jason?
He's doing the Walker.
He didn't even say yes.
Yeah, because he's doing Walker. CW got the contract. He can't really do both.
He saw the writing on the wall. He was like, yeah. I'll come back for a couple episodes, but that's about it. So.
Yeah, every day. So he know Walker gave him more money right now.
Yeah, he should.
And there go y'all. That is this episode of the Prepare Boy Podcast. Thank you for listening to this episode. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman. Follow me on IG Ken_Mr. Gentleman. I repeat Ken, KEN _Mr. MR Gentleman, GENTOEFAN. Mr. Gentleman, like that podcast every Sunday and Thursday. New season, September 3rd. Spin-off series Thursday returning this month. And there you go.
You already know what it is. It's your man Zara Sands, and I want to thank y'all for tuning in to yet another episode of that Premier Boy Podcast. I'm also here to remind you, hone in on your craft. Use your 9-to-5 money to supplement your dream and your skills, and hopefully you don't gotta punch out and clock out one last time. You can actually tell them to suck my dick and then
The
build your
whole
dream.
thing.
The whole thing, all 10 inches. Put the whole thing in their mouth and then dip and then build your own career, build your path. You know, I love corporate America, but sometimes we gotta tell them fucking niggas, honestly. But until you tell them fucking niggas, make sure you follow me on Aaron Sands Premier on IG. That's Aaron Sands Premier, where you can catch all of my pack it up polls. If you want to see somebody get packed up based off the choices that I got there, make sure you like, comment, and case your vote. You never know. The vote you choose might be the next person that get packed up. So we'll see. Also, you can check me out on King Talk Sands. That's on Good Pods and Twitter. Monthly seasons. King Talk available now on all streaming platforms.
Yeah, it's your boy, the Star Roddy Rod.
It's star time.
You can check me out on IG at the Star Roddy Rod. Let's say how to spell the star, but Roddy Rod's RODDY. Follow me on Good Pods also at the Star Roddy Rod. And Start Time Podcast, Season 1, available on all streaming platforms. Make sure y'all check it out, like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, and I'll catch y'all next week. I'm out.
Listen, I don't think y'all got the best of that. Ken, hit him with one more time for me, please.
Long live the chief.
Tribal Chief.
They call me Malimal, and you can find me on everything. Let's by that. They call me Malimal, Malimal. We on IG, we on Twitter. We're coming out with the new podcast. Going to even change the name, so no more the bridge. Going to give y'all the name when that first episode comes in. As you can see, we got the new equipment. We're coming up. We're moving differently. So we got new music, new things coming. And honestly, we're going to be talking more about business and finance when it comes to my side of things. So please stay tuned for all of that. Please follow me for more information. And maybe just see a cute picture of my kid. I can't help it right now. I am so in love. This is going to be my conversation ending piece for maybe like the next 3 weeks. But with that being said, find the new music. It's coming. I promise you. I don't know where we're going to put it. Got to be on YouTube. Got to be on Spotify. United Masters is looking real good. And take us out.
And there go y'all. Also, thank you for checking us out on Good Pod. We be back on the chart. We've been on the top 10 on top 100 shows.
Yeah.
And it's been crazy. We number 2 on the comedy charts. Thank y'all, man. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman.
You already know what it is. It's your man Aaron Sands. We are back next week. You already know.
This is Star Roddy Rod. Like, share, subscribe, podcast.
And they call me Malimal. Long live the chief. You better make sure you check out the Being Boys Podverse. I mean, every single show. We got everything going on. Plus, we on YouTube too. That was the wrong sound.
What's so bad?
And we out,
Awesome.
There you go.
Out of here. Gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.5 years, baby.
You already know.